Keeping that energy on every wave under command. Best in the city, we paving the way under command. Checking the stats and we raising the stakes under command. Kendrick talking facts on the screen, might be keeping it clean. Rob the great, reigning supreme. 3 kings running the team. Adam Peters building the roster tight. Jaden Daniels wearing number 5 tonight. Jaden moving left, Jaden moving right. Jaden catching sight. Broadcasting live from the studio room. Chasing the glory, we making it boom. Commanders coming for the crown and the loot. Under command, keeping that energy on every wave under command. Best in the city, we paving the way under command. Checking the stats and we raising the stakes under command. Under command, who we with? The under command. Where we at? The under command. Terry McLaurin catching every deep ball thrown. Scary Terry claiming every single zone. Sonny Styles, rookie hunter in the grass. Locking down the lane while he making the pass. Hit them hard, hit them fast, hit them last. Watching the clock and we making it last. Commanders climbing up the hill real bold. Writing out a story that was never quite told. Broadcasting live from the studio room. Chasing the glory, we making it boom. Commanders coming for the crown and the loot. Under command, keeping that energy on every wave under command. Best in the city, we paving the way under command. Checking the stats and we raising the stakes under command. Under command, who we with? The under command. Where we at? The under command. Under command, keeping that energy on every wave under command. Best in the city, we paving the way under command. Checking the stats and we raising the stakes under command. Under command, who we with? The under command. Under command. Where we at? Under command.
What is up, Commander family? Welcome back to the episode of Under Command Podcast. I'm your host, Kendrick, bro. And today we got a special guest for y'all, man. Miss Asia.
Yeah, all right.
We finally got her out.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
The
Yeah.
princess is in the house.
Thanks.
Well, Miss
Thanks for having me.
Miss
Oh,
Asia,
man,
yeah.
it's a blessing.
No, thank you. I was about to say the
Yeah.
same. Yeah, thank you for taking the time and joining us this evening.
It's a blessing having you
Absolutely.
on with
It's a
us,
lot.
man. We love it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, anytime. I was checking you guys out. You guys really, y'all be over here with the barbershop talk for real. Like it's so organic and authentic. I was loving it.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Well, the first thing, before we get into, Commanders football, first I want to ask you is how did you become a Washington fan?
So I think, like most people, I think I was born into. Not even think I was born into it.
Oh.
So my parents, my dad, my mom, when they moved to DC, because they're originally from the South. So when they moved to DC, they just kind of became fans as like their transplants into the city. I mean, I was exposed to it, and so then growing up, I like to spend time with my dad. Like I'm not really, I wouldn't say I'm a tomboy, but I don't necessarily like. I like to watch all sports. So we had 2 TVs with cable in my house. And so my mom had the one TV. And so you would have to watch the stuff my mom wanted to watch, which was all girly things. And I wasn't into that. And so I would just spend most of the time with my dad watching whatever sports he would watch. And so that's how I kind of got into all sports because that's what he does: basketball, baseball, football. So just naturally like took to football. And then he's the type, he does not have the patience to explain anything to you. So you kind of have to kind of lock in and pay attention. So I kind of just taught myself about the sport so that I can like actually have like dialogue with my dad and have that conversation because you were either going to sit there and be quiet and watch it or you were able to talk to him about it. So that's kind of how I got into it. And just when I went away to college, so I no longer live back home in DC. So I kind of lost track of what was going on with the team for a while during the Snyder era. So
Oh,
it was
well, thank
not
God.
anything-
Thank God. That's a
I was
great
out of
thing.
market.
That's a great thing.
So I was out of market and I would check in with my dad and he'd be sitting there watching the, whatever they were called at the time and like telling me. And I was like, Dad, I am not, and not until y'all get rid of that owner. Like I can't, like I just did not like him. It was a bit of like a, informal boycott. But when they made the ownership change, I kind of came back and locked back in. So
Right.
last year was kind of our first year as a family doing the season tickets. I purchased season tickets because my mom passed away not too long ago.
Oh, sorry
So,
to hear that.
well, it was about 10 years ago, but it
Yeah.
feels like
Yeah,
yesterday.
that's
But it
fine.
was just something I wanted to do for my dad. I kind of
Yeah.
got the tickets for him just so he could, like, in this new phase of his life, just kind of, go out and live and do things. And so we kind of, between my sister and I, we kind of alternate which games we go
Yeah.
with him to, the home games. And we come up from North Carolina because we both live in North Carolina. So we drive up
Hey, that's what
and we
we
go
had
to
too.
the
We in
games
North
with him.
Carolina.
Oh, word! I heard
Yeah,
it. Like
yeah.
what? Well, I won't make you put
No,
where
no,
you're
no,
at, but
no,
yeah.
no. That's fine. We in the Triad area, the High Point, Greensboro, Winston-Salem area.
Oh my goodness, I live in Charlotte, but my dad is actually from Mayodan County, and
You
all of
right
my
there.
family lives in the Greensboro area. So
Oh,
that's small world.
so you're a
Wow.
Charlotte
cool.
girl. All right now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And
Well,
my
that,
sister's in the Raleigh area, but yeah, my dad's originally from North Carolina.
oh, well,
So
that's
nice.
fantastic. Shout out to your dad too. I know he's
Yeah.
proud.
Absolutely.
I know he's
North
proud of you
Carolina.
too.
We should call this the North Carolina show.
That's it.
I-
See, North Carolina's taking
Right.
over
Yeah,
DMV.
change it.
North Carolina's
North
taking
Carolina
over
Commanders
DMV.
show
Look
today,
out.
man.
yeah, look at that. Small world. That's
Yeah.
wow.
Absolutely.
Well,
That
you
is
know,
super close.
well, you know, North
Yeah.
Carolina was also considered Redskin country at one time before these stinking Panthers came around. So you
The
know,
Panthers,
yeah.
I can't watch them. I
I
mean,
mean,
good luck to the Panther fans, but
yeah.
I just could never
They don't like watching
get attached
themselves,
to
so
them.
you fine.
Yeah.
They don't like
Yeah.
their own team. I have to
They
tell
don't,
them.
even, they
I'm
don't know
like,
what be going on, but by the time they watch the game, they're like, I think we won today. I don't know. Cam
they
Newton.
hate their quarterback, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Bryce seems like he's figuring it out. I was like, y'all better
I
have
don't
y'all.
know about that. Hey, he figured something out. I don't know if it's football. He did figure
You
something
see,
out.
figure something
I think he's getting better. I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
I
yeah,
don't.
he can't get no
I-
worse. I
he
don't.
had some games last year where he
Yeah.
was like slanging the rock. I gotta give him
Yeah.
credit. Like
I think he's a really nice guy. And I think he got a good weapon. So I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't put
I
him.
think.
He'll never be elite.
Well,
Wow.
I'm not saying he's elite.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's not.
Rob
that's
said
not
he's
the point.
never be elite.
Like,
Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
Sam
he's
Darnold just won the
okay,
Super Bowl,
but
yeah.
Oh yeah,
no,
Sam Darnold won the Super Bowl.
so you never know.
Yeah,
man.
he's nowhere,
I'm
he's nowhere
I'm
in
not
that
here.
level. He's nowhere in
Yeah.
that
I mean,
level. with Sam Darnold.
No, but I think
Sam Darnold was seeing
I
ghosts.
think for the
That's
division
true.
they play in, like
Oh
with
yeah,
his
yeah,
dad,
for sure.
yeah, they in the NFC South. They be like he
Anybody
does
can go there and
enough.
play quarterback.
Yeah,
They
that's
can
why I'm
call
like,
me. And I'd be like, if I'm not busy,
I'm-
I'll slide by.
yeah, I'm like, I don't need y'all. I don't think y'all need an elite quarterback playing in
Yeah.
NFC South, y'all. like I think.
Good point.
Yeah, but I mean, they started to put some weapons around them, but but yeah, they just wish they had CJ Stroud, and I'm like, why? I mean, okay. I mean, I feel like they both kind of in the same place, but they don't like. I think because he's short, they just don't feel like he's a elite quarterback. I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey,
Well,
you know,
you know how it is with that. No?
Yeah, I don't think he there yet. I don't think he elite yet. He's solid. He does enough.
yeah, I think he's
I think he does
solid.
enough.
I don't think every quarterback's gonna be elite though.
No.
No,
Like,
only
that's
Jake
rare.
Daniel.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
like that's
gosh.
rare air, man.
I think he's a nice guy. I think he's
Yeah.
a good locker room guy. I mean,
Yeah.
great.
that's the
I-
first part.
Yeah, he just needs to be productive. Like it's okay.
Nah.
Look,
Yeah, we'll see.
you
This
said
year's
no.
Yeah.
Rob said nah.
We'll see.
Let's see how this year goes. Let's,
Yeah,
let's,
exactly.
let's see how this
So-
year goes. It hasn't been the best front office situation for him
No,
either.
no,
So
that's for sure.
Hey, AJ, I got a good
Ooh,
question for you though.
sure.
What gave you the idea or really wanting to start your channel, Asia?
I used to be in the comments just arguing with men.
Oh,
And-
okay.
Yeah, I used to be running up everybody's engagement, going back and forth in the comments. So a couple of the creators on the Instagram side, like Reedy and Z, I kind of came across their content on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, this is neat," because I'm out of market. So that's how I kept in touch
Yeah.
with just what was going on with the team.
Uh-huh.
And so I used to just really engage. And then I found their YouTube channel and would, join their live streams, and they'd be like, dang girl, like you are talking ball. Like they just like get out of the chat, like start a channel. So it'd be a lot of the content creators telling me to start a like YouTube channel because of the level of detail that I used to be giving it up in the chat. trying to talk sports. And they was like, no, start a podcast. And so I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
But
you
it
was
was
tearing them up.
Case. Yeah, it was Kay's take. She was like, girl, we need more women in the space. She was like, no, she was like, I was like, I don't know how to do the thumbnails and all. I am not tech like savvy at all. I didn't feel like dealing with all that. She's like, no, just turn the camera on and talk, and I'll help you out with all the other stuff. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I had some stuff. Like I said, I work from home. So I know how to like talk to a camera
Yeah.
and do virtual presentations and things like that. So I kind of just leaned into what I knew to do, which was kind of the presentation format. And that's how I came up with the analysis with kind of the PowerPoint slides and things like that. And then that just kind of took off. Like people just
did.
love that format. And kind of it kind of niched down. Like I kind of niched out in the space to kind of like be kind of like education tutorial type of people. And so I think YouTube loved that and just took my
Yeah.
content in the algorithm and found all these people.
Yeah.
And so a lot of it was really just YouTube's algorithm going, you're doing something different here,
Yeah.
and just pushing it. And I started out with doing series. And so like I don't gatekeep. Just like if you are trying to grow your channel, try to do things in a series format, because YouTube will kind of like reward if you're able to keep people on their platform for
Yeah.
a long period of time. They will push your content. So the fact that I did things in a kind of episodic way,
Yeah.
where it was like stay tuned for the next thing, and people would come back and they would actually stay on and watch it all the way through. And so because they saw that, I guess, in the metrics, they kept pushing my channel, and that's kind of how it blew up. So yeah, it was just me over here as a hobby, and it kind of just blew up. But it was primarily the other content creators just kind of telling me that the space needs you, because you are really
True.
talking ball.
True.
It was Rio. Like I used to talk to Rio in his DMs, and we used to just chit chat in the DMs. He was like, yo, like your level of detail and knowledge about this stuff is like better than a lot of men.
Yeah.
Like he was like,
Yeah.
you don't understand that. That's impressive. And I was like, okay.
It is.
So
I mean, you
that's
fantastic.
Better than
Yeah.
me.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. I
Yep.
appreciate
When I
that.
first seen you, that what drew me to you.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah,
I
thank you.
watch I watch your videos too. It's like almost a lecture, like you in a class. So I know you
Yeah.
got your own like slideshow and everything.
Yeah.
I prefer your class than Rob for sure.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. No, well, we ain't taking Rob's class at all. No, never. He'll flunk you. You know. He'll flunk you on purpose.
Hey,
That's what kind of guy he
I just
is.
want to say,
Oh, there you go.
I'm just happy that you're here so these guys can behave. You know, it's good to
Behave?
have a good calming spirit in this stuff. A lot of times they jump
Here we
on me
go.
for no reason because
Oh.
I tell how I
Jump on
see
me.
it, you know.
No,
And
Rob.
now, I try to stay modest. And just
Okay.
like the things I like about you, you're very intelligent. We can see the degrees in the back. But you just didn't show up and get a degree. You can't go to college and do that. These guys would be like, hey, you showed up to class? Here's an A. It don't work like that. Life don't work like that.
Oh,
Winning
man.
teams don't work like that. I just
Yeah.
tell them, like, look, it's not what it looks like. And facts are facts. And that's what I like about you. You can break it
Thank
down.
you.
You say, look, if it was a paper, you say, look, it's a fallacy all over this. It's not
Yes.
good. Just because you put your name on it and said
Yes.
thank you at the end does not mean you get an A. You
Yes.
know, or either you put on a helmet and shoulder pads and make you an athlete or a starter or anything doesn't matter. That's all I say. I don't badmouth the team. You know, people, oh, you're not a fan. No, I'm just telling you, don't go buy your hot dogs, candy, and think this player is going to be good this year. Not happening.
Have your
That's-
fun.
And if,
That's all I said.
and if anybody haven't already, Asia Analytics, your stream is actually in the description of this show right now too. So if you haven't
Yeah.
follow her already, do right now. And I also like to give a shout out to Kay from Kay's Take. Definitely subscribe to her channel as well. And Lady Erica Lynn, subscribe to her as well. And the reason why I want to mention those two young ladies out along with you, can you tell me about this other channel I seen y'all ladies got coming out?
Yeah, we have our official collaboration channel, so Command Hers. And so we have put all the information out there. So it's Command Hers 26 on YouTube. So definitely look that up and follow. We have our first live stream coming next week, Tuesday at 7 p.m. So we are going to be getting into all things Commanders training camp, and those topics. So we look forward to finally getting this going. We've talked about it for a while, but I think we were all trying to really kind of get it out the mud with
Yeah.
our individual channels and kind of set things up and then kind of come together. So we're really excited to finally get this going. A lot of people have been asking for it.
Yeah, and I'm
It's gonna
excited
be
too.
really good. Really, really good.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
think it's gonna really take off.
I already
Yeah.
subscribed.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. And it promised me one thing, Age. I need you to do one thing on this new
Uh-oh.
channel.
Here we
Don't,
go.
What
don't
do you need
promise
me to
nothing.
do?
Oh,
I need a
Lord.
promise. This one promise.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
All right. September 1st, we got doing great numbers. You got a lot of numbers right here. Please make sure Miss K puts that Birch jersey on and not try to work her way out of that. Right. I need her to have that jersey on. And I want you to take pictures. I want y'all to promote that show. Yeah, because I don't want her to miss out.
Hey, I've been hearing about this wide receiver room.
Yeah,
Like, and you know how Kay is. She stands 10
absolutely.
toes down on that room
Yeah,
now.
she's very nice. And we said something about Birch, and I think she just slammed her hands on the table and said, "He won't be here." And I was just like,
She gonna look good in that number 13 though.
"Yeah,
So
she will."
were y'all trying to cut Luke? Because
No,
I
No,
think
I think Luke's gonna make it.
There's nothing.
Okay.
No,
I think
Okay.
Luke's
All
gonna make
right.
it.
Yeah, I know she loves Luke too, but
You love
but
Luke.
yeah, but she gonna be wearing Burke's jersey too as well. But that's a whole nother story, right, Kay?
Oh man. Before we even break down the position groups of this team, Miss Asia, I want to hear what's your expectations for this group heading into this season. Coming off
Well,
a
I
bad
definitely
2025 year.
expect us to be more competitive. Last year was
Yeah.
kind of difficult for me. It did not seem like we had any competitive fire at all. And I think that from my perspective, I felt like the coaches lost the players. So I think for the most part, they probably was out there playing for DQ, but I felt like maybe they were frustrated with Joe Witt. I felt like maybe offensively they were over Cliff's scheme. So I think having the new coordinators will probably bring a little bit more of that competitive fire. Sometimes you just need to change. Like sometimes, like when the relationship gets stale, you kind of outgrow each other, and it's
Yeah.
like, hey, look, we just gotta take some time apart to break up. Like I just felt like that's kind of where the building was with both the coordinators, and so but we do have an influx of a lot of new players. I felt like the talent level has been elevated. So I feel like the floor of every room has been elevated. You know, you can debate the ceiling and where the ceiling is in certain rooms, but I do feel like they learned some lessons. And the talent level behind the depth just wasn't there last year. And then when we got injured, we kind of saw that, right?
Yeah.
But like we should have known that was coming because preseason looked bad. I mean, they
It
looked
did.
bad in preseason. So it was like we came into the season like there is no depth here. And then the worst thing that could possibly happen was just all of the injuries. And then you didn't have the depth to just put a competitive situation out there game in and game out. So I at least expect for us to be competitive. Now these are new coordinators and new schemes. There will be some learning curves and some adjustments. I do kind of like coming into the schedule with, you know, the Eagles having a new offensive play caller, so you kind of catch them off guard a little bit,
Yeah.
and maybe they're working some things out. You got Dallas that is kind of breaking in a new defensive, play caller that they're working some things out. So I feel like even though the front part of that schedule is kind of a gauntlet, you still probably can eke out some wins because you're kind of like there are some teams kind of figuring some things out. Even the Seahawks had some changes with the new play caller and things like that. So I'm not counting us out. I know a lot of people just keep looking at us like we don't have a shot with that schedule. I think you could sneak up on some people with not having stuff on tape. So I at least expect us to be more competitive. And my mantra is as long as you compete, you always have a chance to win.
True.
And I do feel like we have an elite quarterback. I don't care what they say in national media, how they like to pretend like his rookie season didn't happen. I watched Jaden drag an inferior roster
That's right. Yeah.
all the way to the NFC Championship game. You're not going to tell me that I think this is, this roster is significantly better than anything he's ever had. And he's never had a defense like this. All this defense needs to do is be middle of the pack. And if we
Yeah,
can
it's the same
get
thing.
some turnovers, flip the field, and if you can keep people under 20 points a game, you giving JD a chance to win it every single time.
So
So
true.
I do think that we'll be in the hunt. I like us for like competing for maybe one of the last few playoff roster spots. I don't think the division is that strong. I think you have a shot to win the division, right?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. I think the Eagles are kind of regressing a little bit. Dallas is always going to be Dallas, and I really am not impressed with the Giants at all. So, you can eke out your division wins to kind of be first or second in the division as well. So that's kind of how I feel about it coming into the season.
Sweet.
Uh, quick question though. I know Jay Daniels is elite, but where do
Hmm
you have him going into this season? Where he's ranked at? I gotta hear this. I gotta hear
You want to
this.
know where he's ranked as a
Yeah,
quarterback?
yeah.
Uh, I would say I still feel like he's one of the top 5 quarterbacks.
Top 5. Okay. All right. Would you put number 1? All right.
No, I can't put
You
him
just can't
number
do that.
1 right now.
What?
That's
She
all I'm
did.
saying. That's all
I
I'm saying.
did.
That's all I. That's all I
She'll
need to hear.
get there.
Yeah, that's all I
You'll
need to hear.
get there.
No.
Rob will get there.
Yes.
King will
Here you
get
go.
there.
After the
Lady
season.
will get
After
there.
the season.
Rio will get there.
During the season.
Brandon get there.
During the
Everyone in chat
There's a
right
reason
now
why.
will get
There's a
there.
reason why everybody's
I-
saying it.
I need more. I'm data driven. I need more data
You
points.
need
I
more.
only
That's
have that
all I'm
one
saying.
season.
After-
I just need more
after
data
week
points.
one-
all I'm saying.
Hey, after week 1,
You
that'll
talking
be
about
enough
during the season?
data for you right there. Week 1
You
is
talking about
going
during the
to.
season?
You know what I'm talking about?
I'm talking about
There
going
it is,
into
right
I'm
the
there.
telling you right now.
All right,
I have my crystal
Listen,
ball
man,
right
I'm
here, and I'm
trying
telling
to
you,
tell
the
you.
best quarterback in the league.
Oh.
I can't say that right now.
You ain't got to say it. I say
I'm
it.
saying
There it
everybody.
is.
Hey, shout to Pop.
I
Hey,
say
hey,
it.
Hard
shout
for
to
me to
Pop.
say that with Lamar still sitting out there.
He
And,
don't care.
and-
Patrick Mahomes.
That's
still
what he
and
don't
saying
Patrick
that.
care.
Mahomes.
Lamar-
like,
Lamar did Lamar Jackson win Offensive Rookie of the Year?
But he's a 2-time
I
MVP.
just say no. Don't answer a
Yeah,
question
he's
with a
2-time
question.
MVP.
Don't answer a question with
He's
a question.
2-time MVP.
Don't answer a
I'm just
question
letting you know
with
what
a
it is.
question.
Talk about pass. I bring up
Did
pass.
he win Offensive Rookie of the Year? Yes or no?
Did Jay Daniels
I
win
don't.
MVP?
You see, he can't answer it.
Did Jay
He
Daniels win
can't
MVP?
answer it. You can't answer the question.
No, he didn't win offensive rookie. of the
Okay,
year.
thank you. All right, that's all I'm saying.
Good job. He didn't win
You
offensive.
see what I'm saying?
But he's a 2-time
That's what I'm
MVP.
talking about right there.
That's
They
all I'm
can't
saying.
even hold on to be civilized with you here. They have
James gets
understand.
MVP this year.
There it is.
Okay.
Wild take.
He'll get it this year.
That's for after the
you
season,
said
right?
they, you said they're crashing out already, huh?
Already. It didn't
Yeah,
take
yeah,
long.
for
I
Jay,
was just
man.
hoping-
I salute him.
I was hoping to at least 8-15, but it didn't take. It
So
didn't
I had
take
to
long.
push him a
Yo,
little bit.
I love Jaden Daniels when he was in college. His last year at LSU, I say this is the guy we got to get. I'm gonna bring the proof back on here. That's
Listen, I'm not gonna argue that. I do think from like we like to use the word elite, and I do feel like he's in the elite tier quarterbacks. It's hard for me to kind of like look, come on now. Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl, so now we have to recalibrate everything, right?
No, that's
you know,
crazy, right?
Like you have to just recalibrate. So I do
Yeah.
think he is kind of in that elite tier of quarterbacks when you talk about them. Like you can't what he did in that rookie season. Like let's look at what that 2024 class did. Like Caleb and Drake could not overcome their situations to take their teams anywhere. The whole building basically got fired and they had to clean the house and
Yeah.
start over to give them a chance, right? Listen, Jaden was so good. People who probably should have got fired the first year kept their jobs. Like players who probably should have been released and not come back kept stayed on. Like when I say now when you're able to do that as a rookie, when you're able to make people look so good that they think they're closer than they are, and then you come into the next season and you have that reality hit, you have that's elite. Like
Yeah.
if that does not happen, that is really hard for rookies to come. When you are drafted number 2, it's because the situation is really, really bad. It's because you don't have talent. Like people are not picking number 1 or 2 because they have great rosters, right? So like you can't ignore that. So I understand that perspective. Like I see that and I get why you want to say that. It's just for me, I need more data points because there are other quarterbacks that I follow that I respect a lot. So like I can't ignore what Patrick Mahomes
That's
has
what-
been doing, and he's still playing football, and I can't ignore
Agreed.
just what Lamar has been doing. And like those are the 2 quarterbacks for me
Yeah.
that if you want to have the conversation about for you to be elite or in the GOAT conversation, you have to win it. That's Mahomes. He has like who has been back to back Super Bowl? Like that's hard to do. We saw what happened to the Eagles last year. Like they couldn't come back and repeat that. Like the fact that Patrick was able to do that, like that's unheard of, right? Not since kind of the Patriots were kind of like dominating things. So there's just too much parity in the way that free agency works to be able to continue to do that. That's because you have a guy at quarterback. So I can't ignore the Patrick Mahomes, and I can't just ignore the sheer talent and what Lamar Jackson does as a talent with not only his arms but his legs. Like he is so athletic, but he still has good pocket presence, in my opinion, and he still can do some things from the pocket. He's an elite level dual quarterback, right? So those that I just can't put Jaden at number one when you have Patty and Lamar.
And I agree with you, man. That's why I got them like number 2 and number 3.
Okay. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And I like how you broke that down perfectly.
And he still ignored it. Everything we just said.
He
said, okay.
I agree with her.
Like it went one ear and out.
I agree with her. What you talking about?
Cool.
I agree with her.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Everything she said.
But I'm still going to stick with
everything she said is correct.
What Miss Asia just said.
No, about Jake Daniels around might be. It's just not allowed to. We have to say, if we watching the game together, Jay throws an interception, we basically have to just say
wide receiver ran the wrong route.
There it is, see?
You gotta hold the quarterback accountable now.
No, not Mike. Not Mike.
I will when the time comes.
No.
I will when the time ain't gonna ever come because he's gonna be so magnificent this season. The time
you don't turn the ball over in there.
I mean, everybody turn over the ball.
So he don't do it like that anyway. Like whenever he does, it's kind of like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
He probably smell. He normally smells.
He do be holding on to that ball too long sometimes.
He does.
He a lot of hero ball. He gotta get that ball out.
Yeah.
He gotta trust. He gotta trust his people around him. Now I get it. Like the weaponry is not at the highest level, but Jaden, you can tell sometimes when he plays, it's like
he put a game on his shoulders.
He's doing too much, and so he does have to take accountability for that. Some people might kill me and be like, well, Asia, what is he supposed to do? Like, I mean, check that football down and live.
Yeah. Go through your progressions.
Go through your progressions, check it down, live to fight another possession, right? I've seen times when Jaden has taken a sack, right? Where he used to do that a lot. Like, it's like he is trying to look for the home run play, and then he runs it out and he's not moving the sticks because he's taking a sack. Like, I would just rather you throw the ball out of bounds and not take the 2-3 yard loss, right? So JD used to do stuff like that. And I think that a lot of him, I think he just puts a lot of pressure on himself to kind of carry the team. I think a lot of that is knowing you don't have a good defense. So every time you go out there, I have to make something happen. I mean, I understand that mindset, but it's still on him to still, kind of work in a way where there were times where he wouldn't. I thought he should throw it away. Even in the Seattle game where he kind of hurt himself. I know that that was a read option. It's like, Jaden, you didn't have to make that play. You could have just so, and they even said it. They said Jaden's gonna call his own number every single time. They shouldn't have called a read option on that. It should have been just take they have to protect him from himself. So take the option away from him. So I think, and he said it this offseason, he wants to be more of a distributor. He wants to pass the ball. I think he's learned some lessons too. So yeah, those are some things there. You can find things to criticize Jaden about. I mean, he's not perfect, but I do think that for the most part, he plays at a level that just for him to be a second year player, he plays kind of at a higher level. You look at Caleb's completion percentage is still god awful. He still can't make the layups consistently, right? And I do think that, even Drake, he's a system quarterback. And so we saw in the Super Bowl what happened when the coordinator didn't have the answers. He panicked, right?
Mm-hmm.
So those are not things you have to worry about with Jaden. Jaden's pretty accurate. He can make the layups. He can consistently move the ball down the field. I mean, he doesn't panic. He's one of the more poised quarterbacks I've ever in high stress situations. So you have to give him credit for those things. But he's still young, so we gotta find some things to for him to improve upon. We don't want to have him like reach his ceiling too soon,
Yeah,
so to
that's true.
speak.
That's true.
Let me ask a question. I know we got to move on to the show, but you said something that really caught my ear.
Yeah.
That Jaden Daniels, which Mike said the J stands for Jesus. I don't know what that's about, but we let him say it. So, do you think? And I know you probably watched the Green Bay game. Do you think Green Bay really was the team that put out the pattern for how to stop Jaden Daniels? Because at first point, I think teams really struggle how to stop Jaden Daniels, and I think they were the ones that said stretch the defense out, blitz in the inside, take away the tight end in case he has to scramble. I think that was the point where a lot of teams started using the same pattern to stop Jaden Daniels and to see if he can break that pattern this year, to see how he stays clean in the pocket, if he can work pocket presence, if he does live another day and stuff like that. I know you said Caleb Williams. I mean, to me, Caleb Williams is a better tight end than he'll ever be quarterback to me. Yeah, all he's going to do is hit the home run plays. He's never going to be a consistent type quarterback. That's not him.
Plays better off platform. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not him. He's not a good quarterback. He goes out there, scramble 5,000 yards behind, throw the ball in the air, and pray for the best. But how do you see Jake? Do you see him? How do you see his progression this year from the last years to be a better quarterback to become the elite quarterback Mike wants him to be?
So, yes, I agree with you on the Green Bay game, but I also think we got to give Vic Fangio some credit. I think they watched the Fangio tapes and had that figured out. And I don't think that is more so on Jaden. I think that's a Cliff scheme issue, right? So it's watching Cliff scheme and kind of scouting that scheme and understanding how Cliff scheme works and how Cliff scheme doesn't necessarily provide the answers for Jaden or isn't necessarily giving you consistently a vertical attack or explosives and things like that, or the fact that Cliff doesn't consistently run the ball, right? So that's the quarterback working within the confines of the scheme. Now, I do think that's a little bit of Jaden understanding Cliff's scheme has limitations in trying to elevate that playbook as much as possible, right? And that's when he starts to doing some of the things that got him injured last year because he knows the answers are not there. He knows that, there's only so much this playbook is going to do for me. But I do think that the Green Bay game was the game where it kind of set the tone for the rest of the season. But that's on the coordinator to come in. You have to scout your warts coming in, right? You have to self-scout and address for all that. Those are not new things, right? Those are things that, we probably saw last year. It's kind of like we were winning. So it's like, okay, but why would you run that same playbook back the next year, Cliff, right? Why wouldn't you put some new wrinkles in there? I don't understand the weaponry, right? I don't understand the decision to keep Noah Brown. I don't understand letting Ozzie go or Diami. I don't understand the Debo Samuels pickup. Like he's not he's a gadget guy. You drafted a gadget guy and then you went in free agency and got a gadget guy. So you got two gadget guys in the room. So some of that stuff is just, it's not all on Jaden. I do think this scheme this year is going to provide him with way more options. I think the run and pass game is going to be better married. I think the tight end action is going to be so much better. And I think we're going to use parts of the field that Jaden is very comfortable throwing, and that's in between the numbers. And, so that's just not Cliff's scheme. Cliff's scheme is more so outside the numbers. He doesn't really use that part of the field. So I think the new scheme is going to actually showcase the quarterback a little bit better in terms of his passing ability. And once Jaden shows himself to be a consistent threat with his arm as a passer, then, the rest of it's kind of the Lamar Jackson type. But once Lamar show that he can be like close to a 5,000-yard passer and still run the ball, that's when you truly become, that next tier of quarterback. So I think after this year, we'll see that.
I'd like to give a shout out to everybody who's tuning in to us right here at the Under Command podcast. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. Share with all your Commanders family and friends. And please subscribe to our channel and help us grow. We appreciate all you guys' support.
Yes, please share us like you do your best friend's business.
That's if y'all share your best friend's business. Some people don't.
Yeah. Now
Don't
my
even
best
do
friend
that.
probably gonna say, "Hey, you been sharing my business, bro?" That's it's a joke, just a joke.
I ain't got too many best friends. My son, Rob, and Melvin. That's my 3 best friends.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Keep it in the family.
Gotta keep that circle small.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, Adam Peters was very busy this all season, man. Miss Asia, I want to hear what's your favorite pickup from this past free agency.
Oh man, y'all know I'm a defensive girly. I don't want to say all the defensive pickups, but I'll drill down. I actually like the Nick Cross
Nick Cross.
pickup. I was one of the first people out here talking about Nick Cross. I don't know, everybody. I think people forgot we picked him up, and then I made my channel and I did my safety videos, and I was like, why are y'all not talking about my guy Nick Cross? Like, and I think it's because people see him as like a box safety, and that's not exciting. And I was like, no, that dude, his versatility. I'm like, and he's physical, like he can really hit, and his speed, and he like I like edge rushers. So I like the fact that he kind of like does things kind of as a free rusher in the blitz and things like that. So I like that he plays on all 3 levels as a safety, and gives you kind of like a chess piece type feel. So at the time, we hadn't drafted Sonny, and because I was very familiar with that Viking scheme because I, watch a lot of the Vikings. I was like, oh, this feels like the Josh Metellus, right? And so when we picked them up, that's kind of what I had in mind there. And so that's why I really liked them. So I think out of all the free agency pickups, I do think that the Nick Cross one is my favorite. I think he's really integral and important to what we're going to do. And I think because the safety room is just so like it's like it's like, yeah, you
It's
have to
nothing to
save
get
our
excited
room,
about,
Nick.
is it?
Yeah, like I was like, Nick, you gotta save our room.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of why I like Nick Cross, because I just feel like that safety room needed something. And so he was a really good pickup for us there.
Yeah, for mine, I don't hear a lot of talk on like from like the fans like about Owe. Hey, that was our
It's
biggest
quiet,
defensive side.
ain't it?
Yeah, I don't hear
Yeah.
much like fans.
I don't know why I think when we picked up Odafe, I think they felt like it was an overpay. Because he is kind of like he's ascending. I really like Odafe. Now, I will say, like, I was like, because we picked up so many edge rushers, after a while, it was like, okay, we know we needed edge rushers, and I was like, I like all of them. Like
Yeah.
any athletic, speedy edge rusher, I was gonna like it. It was better than what we had, so it was like, yeah. So he was one of the ones I wanted. By the time we got to the second day, I was like, I was like, give me Caleb because I saw what he did. Like I saw what he was doing for the Patriots. I was like, oh, he's still out there. Give me Caleb. And so when we picked up Caleb, I was like, okay, I like it. I like it. I think, people are sleeping on Dafe. I really do. I know I didn't cite him as my favorite pickup, but like again, I'm gonna always love me an edge rusher. So it's my favorite position. So I like all of them. I like the Joshua Josephs. Kind of like I love when we drafted. Now at first I was like, we need a corner. Then when I saw his wingspan, I was like, okay, I get it. Like you gotta take that. Like they don't make bodies like that. So it's like, yeah, so I get it. Adafe is big. Like have you guys seen him
Yeah.
standing next to I didn't know he was that size. Like he is these guys when you see him in like clothes or whatever, like I'm like, oh, he is a specimen. He's huge. I was like, okay, now I have to rethink this whole Adafe thing. Like we could be ahead of the market on him, so to speak,
Yeah.
as kind of the next big type of edge rusher out there. I'm not gonna put him in the same conversations as the ones that's getting paid $50 million. Like, so we're not gonna talk about that. Like we got edge rushers making quarterback money.
Yeah.
But I do think they got ahead of the market on him, and he is ascending. Someone told me that he didn't really start getting into football into high school. So it's taking him some time to kind of like develop his kind of like pass rush plan and just be consistent there. But when I watch him on tape, it's starting to click. You can kind of see that he formally works through a plan. Like he's got a nice bag of moves. It's not just all like athleticism and speed. Now he's like putting the technique and marrying it to it. So I really think that he's going to be one of the next big names in kind of the edge rusher group. Some of the guys are starting to age out, and so I think he's kind of next up. And I think the scheme is going to be perfect. He doesn't have to think; he could just go out there and be a game wrecker, and I think he has that in him. We saw that with him. So, but I think right now people I had a lot of people when we picked him up say he's an overpay. Like I think people still look at him as kind of like a failed, like a bust, like, because he was where he was drafted and he hadn't done anything so far. And I don't know. I tell people all the time, I think organizations mess up edge rushers more than they do quarterbacks. Like they just take these guys and because they're athletic and they have length and they just throw them out there
Yeah.
and they don't necessarily surround them or put them in the right scheme or maybe have the right pieces around them in terms of the D line and stuff like that. So I just, I like to not necessarily throw edge rushers away. I think you can mess them up kind of like you can mess a quarterback up if they're not in the right system.
True.
Oh yeah, I know during the draft, man, not during the draft, but after the draft, Rob was very excited about Joshua Joseph as well. He called that out
Oh
early.
yeah, he wanted Josh.
But, I think
Yeah.
I think the front seven, just the group itself, can be very special this year. Which I'm
Mhm.
hoping because our secondary is kind of wait and see. But
Yeah, I think that's a draft and develop. Like I think it's going to take a couple drafts to get that secondary to where it needs to be. Just like I feel like if we had enough draft capital this year, we could have drafted someone, but we were short on draft capital. I think from what I can tell of the Viking scheme, that it's not an expensive room. So it feels like they keep it cheap. So I like when I saw that, I was like, I feel like they want to draft and develop in that room. So it's not, I don't think it's where it needs to be as far as the talent. And I think we're maybe a draft class away from getting that final kind of piece.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
And how you feel about the secondary like group as itself? You know, the DBs. Trey Amos, Mikey. We signed Amik Robinson this year. How you feel about those three starting this year?
I like them. I don't think they're your prototypical corners, right? And I think when you think of corners, you think of like kind of like your physical prototypes with those traits. They're long, they're tall, they're kind of your lockdown man corners. And I think for what the scheme requires, which is not lockdown man corners, they run a lot of zone on the back end. So the scheme itself kind of keeps the corners off islands, so to speak. So I think what they need is read and react DBs with high IQs that can kind of like reroute concepts and stuff like that. And I do think that is what Mikey and Amik does very well. Now, if you're uncomfortable with the idea of Mikey or Meek being a boundary corner, I think that's fair, right? I don't think it's like I think Amik is more of a slot corner. I think he's a better nickel than Mikey. I think you can
Thank
put
you.
Mikey on the outside, but not on the field side. Field side, which is the side with more grass. I think that's where Trey needs to go because that's kind of where offensive coordinators like to work a lot of their route concepts, and that's where you're more than likely going to have your wide receiver one working is on the side of the field with the most grass. I think if you have Mikey kind of cover the boundary side, where it's not a lot of grass and you can kind of use the sideline for leverage and things like that. I think he'll be fine, but asking him to hold up vertically is not what he does. And because this is zone and they do a lot of handing off of the receivers, I think he'll be fine. Now, with that being said, I don't like the floor of the room. I don't Akilo Witherspoon when we picked him up, I was like, okay, he felt like a camp body. And so I said, we'll see. And then I'm hearing that he's not really impressing people in camp. And I'm like, so he is a camp body. Then we signed Rasul Douglas, and I said, okay, this feels like this was the play, right? So I was kind of looking into that. It sounds like we have been in touch with Rasul for a while now, and had interest in him. And it sounds like he's one of those free agents that kind of picks his destination. So I feel like he was like, I'm not trying to do the OTA thing. And I want to kind of like see how things shake out with some of these teams. I think he looked at our situation. It was like, I have the best opportunity here to get snaps, actually play, put some things on tape and then get my money. So I think the floor is much better than what it was before we made that acquisition. I was concerned about the depth. Like if someone gets injured, you don't have boundary depth. You just don't. Like you can get away with kind of the slot because you got Mikey and Amik that has the inside out versatility, and then I'm looking at Quan like a nickel, like Quan's a big nickel. I ain't free safety, but they whatever. Like so he could give you kind of snaps as a nickel. So but I was more concerned about the depth on the boundaries. So I think Russell kind of helps with that. So that's how I feel about the cornerback room right now. I think they're young and they need time to. I think Mikey showed us some things in 2024. He took a step back in 2025. Need more data points. So I think if Mikey comes in this year and stinks it up, I think it's safe to say that hey, we got to move on from Mikey, right? But because he had one good year and one bad year, it's hard for me to be like out on Mikey because he's shown me some things. I don't think Amik is like a consistent starter. I think he's good depth. I think he's high level depth. And so I'm not looking for him to be a starter, but I need to see it from Trey, right? He got injured. I like what I saw starting out. He has to, much like Mikey, come out and do it again. So I think what makes people uncomfortable about the room is so young and it's just still hasn't been proven or shown us anything.
Yeah.
So but I think I like the upside
Yeah,
of both
yeah, me
Trey
too.
and Mikey,
Yeah.
Nah, he
Me too.
he loves Amik Robinson.
No, I'm on Amik Robinson because y'all so hard
no,
on
no,
Amik
no,
I
no,
Robinson.
love
don't do that
Amik.
now.
No, I
So-
love
Don't do
Amik.
that.
But I like him.
You
Don't get me
love-
wrong. I
you
I
love
know,
love
I
Amik.
love
You
Amik. I
love
like that
Amik.
pickup, but I recognize what Amik is. Amik is a
exactly.
depth piece.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a high end depth piece.
Mhm.
Like like he comes in. I saw what he did with Detroit. He came in at times, and that's all they had, right? Because I watched Detroit, and he kind of held that back end together. Now last year he wasn't the best for him, but they had like all of the entire room went down.
Went
So I
down,
don't
yeah.
think anybody's going to be successful in that situation. But I saw what he did that season where all of that front seven got injured and he was out there playing. So I like that he's a guy that comes in and can give you quality snaps. But nobody's asking Amik to be cornerback one,
No.
right? That's not
No,
what he
no, no,
does,
no,
right?
no, no,
So
no.
you just
Wrap
have to
that up.
understand the
No.
type of player Amik is for you to
Yeah.
love him, so
Yeah.
to speak.
Mhm. Yeah, I think he's gonna be a fan favorite too. I really do. I
I
think he'll be a fan
Why
favorite.
not, Rob?
Okay,
You see, you see that hate.
I'm just saying.
It's the hate.
I mean, I don't
No,
think
Black people's
I'm not-
fan
I'm not
favorites.
hating on it. I just
I
said what
don't
you
know
just
why-
said. Like
why
he's a
Black
good
pe-
depth
man,
piece.
this
I mean,
guy is
ain't
just
because
nobody
somebody
just
play
random
hard.
He's
It
a,
don't mean
no, he's a
automatic
straight dog,
fan.
man.
Like,
You bring that energy.
okay, but hey, a lot of people bring
Yeah.
energy that just mid.
But
Like,
some
it just
sometimes
happens.
people still don't
It's
like
just
him.
mid, huh?
Like you guys don't like him.
No,
I don't-
he
I don't
hasn't done
dislike
nothing
him.
for me
I
to
just
like
don't-
yet
Man,
throughout his
I-
whole
it's
career.
nothing
I'm telling you,
about
man,
him.
It's okay.
this guy can bring a lot of excitement to the
Cool.
team.
Like how?
He ain't Mikey though.
What you mean how?
I think Mikey. I like.
What excitement do you see him bringing? Like, what's going to make him good? Be playing nickel, maybe if he beats out Quan Martin, which is sad. If anybody got beat out Quan Martin in anything, you
Yo,
already in
man,
trouble.
yo. Mikey's
So-
job is safe at the slot. Period. Period. They
You got
paid
Mikey going in
Mikey.
the slot. You don't
Yeah.
think he's the boundary?
Could be too. Yeah, I can see him there, but I think
Okay,
he's.
I want the three of y'all to give me where you feel like all of the players are going. I need to
Go.
hear this.
Man, of course, my two outsides is gonna be Trey and Mo. So I have Mikey and Amik in the slot. That's my
Okay.
yeah.
What
Oh,
about you?
Go on, Rob.
What you got, Mike?
Oh, I got an outside is definitely going to be Amos if he's healthy. Please be healthy. And Mikey on the outside.
But you said Amik in.
Who's in
you
the
said-
slot?
You said Mikey
Who you got in the slot?
Huh?
You got your guy Meek in the slot?
Yeah, I got Mikey in the slot.
Oh, of course he
okay, at
does.
first you said Mikey.
Okay.
Yeah.
He
What about
almost
you,
got
Rob?
tapped into the defense. Trey, I got Trey, maybe.
Maybe it's wild.
Maybe it's wild. How
Maybe.
maybe?
Maybe
It's
for
only a
Trey.
maybe
Oh my
if he's-
God, like,
It's only a
what?
maybe if he's hurt. There ain't no maybe if he's healthy.
Well, you just said the reason why the man was drafted in his late second round, which should be the first round pick because his health. You know, you think about a job, you can be the best employee in the world, but if you don't show up, you're not
So
beneficial.
you think he's injury prone?
Like Burks.
I don't know. He was injury prone in college, and that's the thing when we talk about the secondary. I was one of the biggest Trey Amos fans. I love Trey Amos, but if he's not durable to be on the field, and if a lot of offensive coordinators start to see that he's not durable, he's going to get a lot of work this year. And for him to get a lot of work this year, he has to be durable. If he's not durable, I don't know. It's very nerve wracking to see that because he always had that maybe injury prone status. And if you are injury prone status, they're going at you. You look at Forbes. When we drafted Forbes problem wasn't he couldn't cover anything like that. He was just too small, couldn't tackle. So a lot of teams started running short routes to make him make a play. And once they found out he couldn't make a play, he became a liability. So I think he was a ball hog. I think he did better with the Rams, so they could figure him out. But I don't think Douglas just comes to Washington just to be coming to Washington. And so it makes me think about how it's going to play out. I think it will be competition at corner. And I think Trey Amos' name is one of the things you have not heard a thing about him at camp. That's not a good sign.
That's good.
First thing he said was Meek and Mikey are like 1 and 2. They are big in the scheme.
Only because of Amos, he still was recovering from the injury.
Absolutely. But I mean, what you're saying now.
I get what Rob's saying. Like when you listen to Durante talk about that room, he loves Meek. Like his whole, I read body language. Like
he's excited. I mean, he's just like these two right here.
He loves Meek, and I think because he he coached in the division in the NFC North. He's seen the most from Meek out of anyone. And so I think he just loves Meek. And then he loves that Mikey could get his hands on the ball. But beyond Meek and Mikey, Durante don't really speak about anybody else in that room, like with any amount of like excitement. Like it's like Meek and Mikey, and then it's like So I know Trey been kind of injured, but like I get what Rob's saying. It just does not sound like he's excited about Trey Amos.
It's not giving me no excitement.
He ain't excited about nothing, him.
No, it's not me. The defense
so Rob, you think the Rasul Douglas is because they are because Durante was not sold on Trey's durability?
Yeah, I think they're looking at Trey like, hey, we like you because you was drafted here. But I don't know how Deontay Jones feel about Trey Amos. He hasn't said a word about him yet. Yes, he has been injured. And I love Trey, but I don't know. Like that Douglas signing is not like a sign. Even you guys, we signed him. Mike, you said, look at this guy. This type of guy you like, a guy that can take away the ball.
Yeah, definitely.
Trey Amos is not a corner that takes away the ball. He's a shutdown type corner.
What?
So
wait a minute, right?
He doesn't play with physicality.
Trey Amos is a technical. You know, we talked about this in the show a while back. We said
like
Trey
the tackling and stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't take the ball away, but he can. He's a good technical corner that I like.
Can he tackle? Do y'all feel like he's strong? Like the corners in this scheme have to
be able to tackle.
Got to be able to tackle. Yeah. And I know I've seen Mikey kind of get in there and he will mix it up. He's very for him to be small, he still plays physically.
Meek's getting in there. He's gonna hit you.
And Meek gets in there and hits you. Yeah. Now I seen Trey get trucked. Like
so that's where I'm wondering
if they're still looking at the tape, wondering if he has the ability to play with the level of physicality, because that's not something that when you watch Pat Surtain play, Pat Surtain is traveling with the one. He's using his length to be disruptive at the catch point, things like that. But nobody's asking Pat Surtain to get down in there and like play physical and tackle and do stuff like that. So I'm wondering if Trey Amos is a fit. I'm still figuring that out. I think you bring up some good points, Rob.
Not even if he's a fit or how he's coming off from his injury. If they looking like, we might need to give him a little while to get back to where he needs to be with his injury. Yeah. That's a hard injury to come back from.
I'm questioning if he's a Durante Jones guy. Yeah, like I'm not saying that he's not talented. Very clearly, Durante Jones just seems like he has a type, and I'm not sure if Trey Amos is this type. I gotta, I guess I gotta see what happens in training camp.
I don't know if his name is Deontay Jones. Is it Chris Brown Jones? He has a type. He has a type. He wants to bring on stage, and that's fine. I mean,
he called him Chris Brown Jones.
So, he can have what he likes, but I will say this. Another thing we heard was they put safeties at the slot. And he's like, why are you putting safety? It will be a lot of 3 safety bits.
3 safety looks. They run big nickels. So they got like Tyler Owens. So people keep trying to tell me Tyler Owens is a safety. Bro, he's a linebacker, like in my opinion. Like he's so big. I feel like he's a safety backer hybrid that's kind of like
he can do anything. I like Tyler Owens. Mike hates him. Mike thinks he's the
I don't hate him. I say I haven't seen nothing from him.
I don't think we've seen enough from Tyler. I think he's a line of scrimmage guy. I don't want to see him in the
He's
post. I'm
fast. I
sorry.
think if he gets the opportunity, he can do better more than we can think he
You
can.
think
Now,
he
will
can
he get the
cover?
opportunity?
You think he
Uh,
got coverage instincts?
We never seen it.
We
No,
ain't
if you're
seen
right,
nothing from that guy. But him taking, but him taking fulls with the uniform on. That's all we ever seen on this guy.
As fast as that man
I
is,
haven't seen him fast on the field yet.
He's
The
good on
man
special
fast. He first
teams.
went down there on
He's good on
Who,
special teams.
whoopee do,
Hey, it means
And
a
he
lot.
was fast.
Hey,
whoopee do.
Jeremy's a Pro Bowler doing
Whoopee
that.
do.
All right, he say that.
See?
You gonna play
Hey.
special team? Let him play special
That's
team.
cool.
I'm talking about the man getting in the game playing safety.
He can. He can't get
How?
any
Do
worse. He
anything.
can't get any
He
worse.
How?
can play
When?
big
When?
Yeah, we got Quan Martin.
When?
We got Quan Martin.
When did?
How back in?
No, when? Just when did he play safety?
Hey, we still
He haven't
did.
played safety
We'll
since
see
he
this
was in
year.
college.
Like we
He
said,
got
y'all
his more
feel
late
it. We'll
this
see it this
season.
year.
We'll see this year.
There you go.
I
That's
agree
your
with
word.
that.
That's your word.
I agree with that.
Now you see how that feel now, right?
It feel good.
We'll see this year.
It feel good.
All right.
I like
So
the way
who
it
y'all
feels.
think
They
gonna
say-
be the safeties then? Like, because we talk about Tyler Owens. I didn't even y'all.
Okay.
You don't like Quan?
Oh, man.
Man, look.
My opinion of safeties is competition. May the best man win.
To me, I prefer.
I can't even pick a guy right now and say this guy's gonna be
can.
starting here at safety. I can't, but
I
you
can.
can't go for it.
I can. For what I seen before he got hurt, I like Will Harris a lot, especially his coverage skills.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. You see the whole
Okay.
difference the second day when he got down. I was like, bro, what's going on? I never seen DBs run to each other as much. It could be a Joe Witt thing. Well, it is a Joe
It is a
Witt thing.
Joe Witt thing. Well, let's
But-
not talk about him as a
but I
cuss
like-
air.
I like Will
His
Harris.
name is cuss word.
I like Will Harris and Nick Cross. That's my two safeties. That's just
Okay.
me. And for what I've
in a
seen,
3 safety look though, and it's a 3 safety look. Who the third safety?
man, I don't want.
I don't know.
People forget like Quan Martin. He was a defensive back. He was playing corner his
Yeah,
rookie
he
years.
played
Yeah.
nickel when he first
He was
came in.
terrible. He couldn't cover. I know. I seen what I seen. He couldn't cover. The best time he played was in the playoffs when he both his shoulders dislocated. I guess you need to do that again. I don't know, but
But you know,
we
to
see him
be
last
fair
year.
to him,
Huh?
they say he played good at slot in college. I don't know.
Yeah,
if-
that's where he
That's
did like more of a
college.
robber role. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
the way the scheme works, like it's a similar scheme and role that he did at Illinois in that he played in that robber role. So kind of like seeing him in the robber role as kind of like that third safety. But I don't know. That's where I'm kind of like the safety room has a lot of unknowns.
Mhm.
And I think that's predicated on the package use and sub packages and who all's in there. It's gonna be interesting to see. Like I know I've heard some of them say we're doing a 3-4 under base. That's kind of like the base scheme or whatever. There's a lot of linebackers. So the scheme is very safety linebacker. So I think a lot of those hybridized players gonna be out there. Sometimes Sonny gonna be out there, kind of like playing in the safety role as like the linebacker. Like the linebackers have to play in
Yeah.
coverage. So I think that's why when he came in, he said, "I need players to be versatile and multiple." Like, because I don't care if you have a linebacker next to your name. You got to be able to be the safety on this look, like So I think we just gonna have to see how it shakes out. I think a lot of that third safety look is gonna be a lot of some of those hybridized players in there, depending on. But I think the only thing we have for the post is Will Harris, and
Yeah.
then Nick Cross is kind of the chess piece that they're probably gonna be using all over the place in blitzes and the overhang and doing a lot of different things.
But I think one of the biggest things, I think Ken was definitely not huge on Quan Martin early in the year. Me and Mike thought he was going to be a Pro Bowler. And I think one of the things Quan Martin had put a lot of stuff, he had to do a lot last year. So I do agree with that. But I also think Quan Martin lost 3 games single-handedly last year.
Yeah.
He was
That
overdoing
turned the season. We went to the Atlanta game. And I mean, Bijan caught the pass, and Quan Martin ended up in the stands with us. And so I don't know about like his tackling
Coverage
up
instinct?
close.
Yeah.
But I feel like last year, the first year, 2024, he was starting to turn a corner because you had him far back. You like Quan, all you got to do is just track the ball. And I think in Jones' scheme, it's going to be better like that because it's going to be a lot of pressure on the quarterback. So the ball got to come out quick instead of 5 seconds. 2 seconds is what we're looking. 2 seconds to get that ball out. With the ball's out in 2 seconds, anything can happen. It's fun time. But if the ball got 5 seconds, Quan Martin is cooked goose.
Yeah,
And,
I think the more
Yeah.
you make him keep up with, he starts to like.
oh
I
yeah,
think the way the scheme works is he'll have certain routes that he's responsible for, and that's it. And so Quan, like, these are kind of your routes. That's all
That's
you
it.
gotta work
Don't
out.
do no
That's all you
more.
don't do no more. And I
And
think
that's
if you
sad.
you kind of like limit what all he has to keep up with, that's kind of why I don't kind of like him in the free safety role. I think it's too much grass. I don't like him as far as range, having to cover too much grass. I think keeping him in condensed areas and only having to cover certain routes and not
Yeah.
have to carry receivers and things like that might work best for him. So that's why I kind of like him kind of in more of a role closer to the line of scrimmage.
Mhm.
Now, I think him tackling, I think more in a run fit role and not necessarily with a lot of
Yeah.
space. Like
I think yeah.
that's what I saw. I saw different things because he pissed me off in that Bears game. Like
He lost that
where
game too.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
lost.
yeah, he
Oh
lost it.
man,
I
that
was
was
in the
terrible.
building for that.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't like when Quan has to cover a lot of grass to tackle
Mhm.
someone. It's not necessarily
It's not
that.
gonna be his thing.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
thing, and the
like I
thing
just don't
is,
like it. So I think if you keep him, if you condense the amount of grass that he's responsible
Yeah.
for, I think that's better for him. So that's why I'm like, if you put him kind of more in that kind of like apex safety role where he's kind of more of a hybrid slot in kind of the overhang and not doing too much, I think he'll be fine. But we'll have to see.
But
It's
I don't
True.
think Quan Martin's a technical type guy. If you ever watch him play, he can't really form tackle, but he can hit. He
he can
can't
hit.
really cover.
No,
but
he
he
throws
can
his body at people. That's why I
Yeah.
don't really like him. Where, like, I think I was talking to someone about this. Like, he does not play the ball at all, and that's you kind of have to do that in this scheme. So that's why you can't have him kind of as a free safety. You can't like coverage instincts and things like that. I think he has to be kind of close in at the line of scrimmage where you're kind of using him more so in kind of like blitzes and kind of just like limiting what he has to do in coverage and just be like, you are covering these amount of route concepts and all we need you to do is just to tackle straight up and not, I think when you
Yeah.
ask him to do too much, that's where that's just not his strong area
Yeah.
in my opinion. But I agree with everyone that's just not sold on Quan. I'm not sure Durante sold on Quan. In his presser he was like, we kind of were evaluating him with the when they were up at the Vikings trying to figure out what was he. I don't think he sees him as a safety or like free safety. I think he sees him more as kind of like a corner. And I did hear in OTAs he was getting a lot of slot snaps. So I think they're kind of keeping him in close to the line of scrimmage.
But can I ask y'all a question? That's for all three of you.
Mhm.
Since we on Quan Martin, if you had to be a statement and you had to say, okay, Quan Martin is good here, but he's also a liability here. What would y'all say? How would y'all fill in the blanks there?
I think he's a liability as a free safety. I don't like him in a free safety. He looks lost as a free safety to me. I like last year I wanted him off my team because I was like, he does not look like he knows what he's doing back there. And I think you're asking him to you're widening I can't find the word, but you're widening his vision. So when you put him deep, he's looking at too much and having to keep up with too much, as opposed to when you put him in condensed space and have him responsible for like just a set number of things and not having to keep up with a lot of different things. I think when you widen and broaden his view, he gets confused and that's where he messes up. So I don't like him as a free safety because I think he's having to be responsible for too much. And I like him close. I would like to see him closer in at the line of scrimmage and give him a shot there in the new scheme. Yeah, that's my opinion on Quan.
For me, when it comes to Quan, I don't want him on the defense at all. I want him to be tried up as special teams. He can't be on special team. I need him to be on the sideline for somebody else. Okay, there we
But
go.
didn't we draft him with a draft pick? Like,
Who drafted him though? Who drafted him?
I get you, but like we gotta get value now. We can't like he gotta give us something on defense.
We didn't get value for a lot of those other guys Ryan Rivera drafted. We cut ties with a lot of them.
Some of them guys out the league now.
Yep, Jamin Davis.
Out the league.
I get it. He's still
what's
on the team. He
Mathis,
gotta give us
Mathis out the
something
league.
defensive.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cuomo was a second round pick. And it's crazy how you.
What was the first round pick we had at corner?
That's your boy.
Well, I'm just saying.
Well,
they
hey, you was screaming Super Bowl.
That's fine, but they cut ties with him.
They gotta go.
Yes, well, Quan can go too.
Oh,
the reason why he's still around because he's arguably the most athletic DB on our team. If you look back, his combine stats is ridiculous. He's 5'11".
And what I told y'all last time, that don't mean nothing.
That's cool. I'm just letting you know that's part of the reason why. Like, he's 5'11" with a 6'5" wingspan. He runs a 4.4. He has a 44-inch vertical. That's crazy.
Pretty numbers.
Yeah, that's why he probably still here. And we kind of is our safety room really that good anyway?
But St. Juice has some good numbers too.
No
way.
Not like that.
No way.
His body measurements. I mean,
okay, that's still numbers.
Yeah, you bring up. I know St. Jude's trash. I know he trash. I can say that. You won't say that.
So that won't be impressive to me.
I can say that. I know St. Jude's.
Give me a 4'6" guy that can actually play football than a 4'2" guy that can't.
We tried that. You look trash. Marshall Lattimore. We tried. That's your boy.
You like Marshall Lattimore? Now let's not.
I like Marshall Lattimore coming in here.
Everybody was clamoring for. We were excited about that Marshall Lattimore pickup.
It just didn't work out.
He a dog.
We didn't know he was a head case. We didn't know.
He's a dog.
He wasn't fully healthy.
He a dog.
He wasn't fully healthy.
He came back. He came with us next season. He fired the following year. He just didn't look good.
He just wasn't the guy anymore.
He just wasn't that guy. He ain't that guy.
Yeah, he ain't like he's a meat.
It was time for him to hang it up.
Whoa! Did y'all just hear what he just said?
What do you say?
Oh my God!
Ameek's that guy right now.
Oh my!
Who?
He just.
Ameek is the guy.
That just got me.
See, I know I mess him up. He's so easy.
What?
He easy.
He told me he's not even a Meek Robinson.
Not today, he ain't.
What you mean today? I mean, I agree with you on that one. I guess, but.
So nobody knows who the third safety is going to be.
I don't have a clue.
I don't know.
I don't have a clue.
I believe in Tyler Owens. You know how I feel about Owens. I'm going Tyler Owens. I believe Tyler Owens will be the breakout player this year. Well, I've been saying this since we started this podcast.
Well, for your sake, Rob, I hope so. But if you get it right, Rob, I'm gonna say it. Yeah, Rob, you're right. I'm gonna say it.
You owe me money. We betted on that.
Oh yeah, we did. $5.
Yeah, I want my money. I still stand by. Tyler Owens will be the breakout player.
Why not? Revo? Nobody got. Y'all don't want Revo? I heard Revo getting snaps on defense.
I hope he does it.
I was about to say that.
He's just a good captain on special teams. This man is a good player that you just like to root for, but you don't want
on special teams.
He tackle you though.
Who?
Special teams.
Reed tackle you. I see him make some plays this
past
season.
I don't Reed start. Man, he's in the game with the defense. I don't see him in the defense.
He's a good run stopper.
Yo, man, I want the guy doing what he do best. Special teams.
Run stopping.
Special team.
Look, Reese would have tackled old buddy off the sideline.
Man, if he's in the game for a long period of time, we in trouble.
There's a lot of people I can say we in trouble.
Do you think we need to make a move to try to go get someone if stuff starts looking shaky and
at what position?
Safety.
No.
Yeah, because
rock with what we have.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah, keep leaving Tyler like that. That's why
you got to rock it out. I think. I won't never say this out loud because I don't want people just to kill me.
Yeah, say it out loud.
I think you gave up a lot of draft capital for some players you really didn't need to go, and it kind of slighted you this year in the draft.
Name him,
I agree with you earlier.
Name him.
Who did we need?
Yeah, name him. Name him.
Laramie Tunsil was the only other one that we gave up. You don't think we need Laramie Tunsil?
I don't want to talk about it. But
man, I got it. Look, I got to kick him out. I got to kick him out.
Hey,
I got to kick him out.
Hey,
I got to kick him out.
This is early part of hear me out, because that's a hear me out.
This guy just said Laramie Tunsil.
I didn't say that.
You had to say. You had to say it. You basically. What?
I'm trying to make a point.
I
didn't say nothing about that. You started putting
Go ahead, Ron. We cut you off.
I never said that. Now, one time did I say that? I just said, I think we lost a little bit of draft capital on some players, which we did trades for Marshall Lattimore.
Okay.
Okay.
That's done with, though.
The Lattimore one, yeah. The only other one we gave up a lot of collateral for was Tunsil, so I was curious.
Debo too.
See?
Right?
You see that look on his face?
It was Debo.
You see that look on his face?
Straight for Debo too, right? We gave us some stuff for Debo, right?
Debo? No, Debo came as free agent. No, he traded for Debo.
He traded for Debo, yeah.
Yeah, Debo's a trade.
But I think a fit. What was that, late round?
Yeah, it was a late round trade.
Okay.
So you got Debo to trade for, Lattimore.
Lattimore thing is done, man. That's off the table.
Right, I'm just saying. You lost a little bit of draft capital. You lost some draft capital. I'm not saying who I agree with and who I don't.
Say it. Say it.
I'm not here for that.
Say you here for that. We gonna say it. Put a name on it. Put a name on it. Say it.
No, you're excited.
Say it.
That's not what I'm talking about right now. My point of what I'm trying to make is if you would have had a better draft, we had more draft picks this year. I think you could have, addressed more things that you could have. I think you lost a lot of background because I think we do want to build through the draft. I think Adam Peters is going back to building through the draft, and so I think it makes sense. Like a lot of people like saying this got to be our year, and I'm like, not necessarily. I think you got to get a little bit more draft picks in there this year. Yes, we need to win games this year. Yes, you do need to be competitive, but it's just like wide receiver. Let's go get a wide receiver. Not necessarily. See what you got, and then
out of giving up the draft collateral because you still see this as a rebuild. We still
you are there.
So you can't just keep trying to like. I see what you're saying. Like you're trying to band-aid the situation, and we're sacrificing our ability to draft and develop by trying to like band-aid the situation. Gotcha.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. Just get what you got right now. Stay packed because you might got some good things. And after you see what you got, then you can say, okay, we really can do this. So next year, you'll have a draft capital. And, it's just a really good situation. Mike says all the time, he says, I got a different feel about this team more so than ever. And I think the feel is like, we got something here more so than ever than is most time Daniel Snyder gave us fool's gold. And it's like, look at that, it's shiny, it's going to be good. And it's like, okay, this is a plot. This time it's like, we're digging, we can see the gold, and we just stay on track,
Yeah, it's a balance of like win now mode, but also like we still have to commit to kind of like continuing to build and draft and develop, right? Like, I get
that's what I'm saying. I just think we gave up a little bit too much for some players. It's just like
what are the some players, Rob?
Let me talk.
You can have the Lattimore one, fine, but what are the some players? Players with an S.
I think it's over and done. It's that we can do.
If it's over and done, why are you still talking about it, Rob?
Because what I'm saying.
Put a name on it. Put a name on it.
We could have been in a better situation this year.
I understand that. Put a name on it.
More draft picks.
Put a name on it.
It doesn't matter.
It's matter if you talking about Townsend. It matters if you talk about Townsend. It matters. If you talking about Townsend, it matters. It matters if you talking about Townsend. Are you talking about Townsend? 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 Hey, right. Okay, right. I got one question for you. Okay, I got one question. Rob, I got one question. I just got one question, Rob.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Are you talking about Townsend?
It doesn't matter who I'm talking about. It doesn't matter now. It's a done deal.
You talking about Townsend?
I think two things can be true. I think Tunsil was a great trade, but we also gave up too much draft capital, so we're a little behind.
You gotta protect Jaden, man. That's his blanket.
I was saying it was the first year Jaden was protected. I'm not saying this is Townsend. I'm just saying he was protected.
No, he wasn't. He was running. He was running for his life, man. He broke his ribs. He played through a broken rib.
Jaden's best threat is his legs. He's gonna be a quarterback that's gonna.
That's how he get hurt too. That's why he got rid of Cliff and them. His body was too on the line.
I'm just saying sometimes the offensive line, because you have a scrambling, not saying he's a scrambling type quarterback.
It's hard to protect a scrambling quarterback.
Yeah, so it don't matter who you can really
they don't stay behind the protection.
They're not going to do it. He's going to always be a guy that's going to get out there and make the play. And I like that for him. I like a dual threat quarterback. I'm not mad at that. It's just that I feel like you look at it, it was, and I'm not saying I hate the Thompson trade. What I was saying is, the way Brandon Coleman played the next year and the way he came in and was developing, it was like you never gave a guy a chance to develop in that role to see what he was going to do. Instead, you like, we got a franchise quarterback. Let's hurry up. Let's hurry up. And he still got hurt. Yeah. So, I think Townsend was a great trade, but you just look like he was still got hurt. So it was like, well, do we really need this trade?
Yes, you needed that trade.
Yeah, that's a pro.
Yeah,
yes, you needed a trade.
You have to get Tunsil. He's a generational left tackle. They played well into their 30s. Like, how old is Trent Williams? So
he's still bold.
I'm just saying for the future.
I get what you're saying, Rob.
Yeah, for the future.
4-7 is saying log off, Rob.
I never said it was
going to be questioning Larry Tunsil.
I'm not saying it was Tunsil.
I asked you. I asked you. Was it Townsend? You refused to answer. What
It
was
could
it?
be
What
Debo. It
are
could
you
be
talking about?
Lattimore.
Okay.
He
Hold
said
on.
Lattimore. He
Okay.
did put
It
a
could have
name
been
on it.
anybody.
All
I
right.
just said
Hold up.
y'all
Maybe.
assume.
Okay.
Y'all assume that's what I'm talking
Okay.
about.
Well. Okay. Hold on. Okay.
That's
Now,
like if I start coughing, you
it's
assume
my
I got
voice.
COVID. Why
I'm
can't I
sorry.
do the show?
I gotta talk a little. I gotta talk a little lower. Okay, Rob. Robert White, sir.
Robert White.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Were you talking about Laramie Townsend?
That doesn't matter who I'm talking about, Mike.
He still don't want to answer the question. You talking about
Mike,
Townsend,
the
man?
point is, we didn't have draft
Ain't no
picks.
point now, Rob.
The point is,
You ain't got
do
no
you
point.
think we had no? Let me ask you a question, Mike.
I ain't
Did we
answering
have
your
no
question.
draft
You don't
picks
answer
this year?
mine. I answering yours.
You always do that.
Answer mine first, and I answer
What
yours.
talking about?
Answer mine first, and I answer yours.
If I tell you what I'm talking about, what does it matter?
Yes.
That means
no.
you answer my
Yes,
question,
for
then I can
sure.
answer yours.
Move on, Ken. What's the next question?
I just not. Well, I'm surprised we questioning Laramie Tunsil though.
I mean, too. I just can't believe.
Who said I questioned
No,
Larry?
it was definitely
Who
you.
said you didn't? You didn't say you didn't.
When did I get on this podcast and say I didn't like Larry Tunsil?
When did you get on here and say you don't like him?
I didn't never say I didn't like him.
You don't answer the
When did I
question.
say
Right.
that?
He just said we gave up too many picks.
That's all I said. I didn't say for what. I never came on here and said what. I just said I just questioned some of the things.
You say it
further
wasn't
down
worth
the line.
It was worth it.
It wasn't worth it. That's what
It was
you said.
worth it.
It wasn't worth it.
Who?
That's what I'm saying. You say it wasn't
Lattimore?
worth it.
Tunsil.
It wasn't worth it
Yeah,
It
some
wasn't.
of them draft picks I don't think was worth it.
for Laramie Tunsil.
I didn't say that. No, I didn't say
For
that.
who then, Ron? Because
He don't say he talking about Laramie Townsend.
He said Lattimore. He said
We said Lattimore fine.
Yeah, I agree.
But you said players
But he kept-
with
he
an S.
kept- he
And
kept
I
going
asked
on
him
after Lattimore.
about
You see?
I
kept going
asked
after
him
Lattimore.
I never
about
said
Townsend.
You are assuming I'm
Okay,
these players.
hold on.
Oh, man.
Hey, Asian.
I'm just
Hey,
saying.
I'm talking to Asian now. I'm done with you.
Okay. He don't want to
Asia.
talk to you no more.
I didn't never say that. You see how they put words
Hey.
in
Oh,
my
there you
mouth?
go. Hey, time out, Rob.
Time out.
Time out. Hold
Talking
on.
about I'm muting.
Go
Hold on.
ahead.
Asia. Didn't I ask Rob about Laramie Townsend?
Nice.
He did ask you a yes or no question, Rob, and you didn't want to
Politely.
answer it.
You don't
I
get that a
just
lot
said
from
that-
DJ Mike.
That
You said
don't
it
matter.
politely.
That's what
I
you
said it
said.
doesn't matter who I think is done. It doesn't matter.
But okay, I do want to know. I'm gonna ask you a direct question. Do you feel like the Laramie Tunsil trade was worth it? Yes or no?
I mean, do I think it
See,
was
look.
worth it? I think you always want to protect your star quarterback.
Okay, so yeah.
Okay.
So what you
was worth
said, yeah. So all right, Brandon
Yeah,
Coleman
you always want to
over
protect your
Laramie
star
Tunsil.
quarterback.
That's basically what he was trying to say.
But in hindsight, to ask y'all another question,
Okay.
do you think you gave up on another draft pick too quickly?
No.
Who
So
was playing-
I think that
No.
with the Laramie Tunsil, when I didn't realize we gave us up as much draft capital. That spanned 2 drafts. Like I came into the draft this year, was like, why didn't we have any draft capital this year? They was like the Laramie Tunsil deal. I thought that was like, so I do feel like that. I was like, dang, that was a lot of picks. So I think just to make room for multiple, I think objectively speaking, we gave up a lot of draft picks for Laramie Tunsil. Now, was it worth it? Yes. He's a generational left tackle that I do think that in the larger scheme of things is going to pay for itself in the ROI, because when you look at how long these left tackles play, like they play well into their 30s, like they're like 35, 36. So you can have him anchor that group for like years to come. And then when you pair that with how cheap the rest of the line is, because you do have 2 rookies on rookie deals with Coleman and Josh Connerly, it is a good investment because like offensive linemen are just expensive and it's hard to find them on the open market. So when you take all those things into consideration, I understand the cost there in the ROI. But at the time, if you're just objectively looking at the sheer number of picks that we gave up, it was a lot. But I do think it's going to be worth it. I don't think the Lattimore trade was worth it. It did not. It was too many picks and it didn't work out for us. And I do agree with Rob that because we lost a considerable amount of time, or we lost some ground on draft and rebuild because we gave those picks up, we have to make up ground now. Whereas we have to kind of like not go out here and make any more frivolous trades because we do need to
Mhm.
kind of like we still need to add more pieces to the corner room and we still need to add more pieces to the safety room. And I do believe that we were not able to draft the corner or safety because we didn't have enough draft collateral this year to do that. So I agree with Rob fundamentally in what's underneath what he's saying. But I do
You
think
see,
I think the Tunsil deal was worth it at the end of
I
the day.
did never say I didn't think it wasn't worth it. And
Yeah.
like and Mike, and I
She
agree
being
with you,
nice,
Mike.
Rob.
You said you like the wide receiver room because you want to see those guys got. And I say, look, that makes sense. Sometimes you gotta stay packed to see like what do we have here before you just like, oh, we in trouble. It's like sometimes you just gotta take your losses and say I can come back better instead of just duct taping it. I
Mhm.
I definitely think the corner room this year could be a liability that didn't have to be a liability. And I
What
look
you
at
had to
that
think.
like, hopefully it won't. I'm still nervous about it. I think the pressure will get back there, and I think everybody will eat. I think everybody will be just fine if the pressure gets there. But that pressure doesn't get there, like we talked about last time on with Grant. This defense is in trouble, but
Mhm.
it's I don't know. I just got that feel like maybe, and I will say Jones has did something that I did knows about the corners. Every defensive coordinator, any coordinator that comes to a new team brings their guys in and learn the defense. He did not even do none of that. He
We
didn't bring
didn't touch
nobody,
anything with the Vikings.
nobody. He brought
Mhm.
nobody in there. He got a certain type of person, like he got one of his first picks that he got, to agree with you again, Mike, was Amit Robinson. So this means he has a role for him. He just didn't bring him here just to be bringing him here. He likes something about him. But one of the next big things that I think Nick Cross, I always like Nick Cross. He's getting these physical type guys that's gonna really get physical in your face. But then you do have some players like Trey Amos. Like I think is one of the best technical corners, but he got to stay healthy. And then free safety, we don't know who's playing the free safety thing right now. It could be the hot dog guy. It could be the attendant. We don't know. And so we could have cleared that up in the draft if we had the capital. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Somewhat.
So yeah.
What do you mean? I never said.
All right, that's enough on you, Rob. Shout out to the Commander Squad Triad. Shout out to the Commander Squad Triad. Yo, come on out with us. The Commander Squad. That's our Commanders club right here in the Triad area. And where we go to watch all the games at? We watch the game at the Podium. Yes, the Podium, 5840 Salmon Drive in High Point, North Carolina. That's 5840 Salmon Drive in High Point, North Carolina. Come on out and root on your Washington Commanders for many, many victories this upcoming season. And guess what? If you're not a Commanders fan, you can still come on out too, because there's a lot of televisions and seats at the Podium. Hope to see you guys there.
Okay, hey, he ran
I'm
through
gonna
that,
have to
Rob.
join y'all. I'm
Hey.
gonna have to join y'all.
Yeah.
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 I like how you read down. You went smooth on that one.
I was
That's
smooth
fine.
on
Yeah,
that
that was one of your best ones. That
I think
was
he's upset
okay.
about talent. I think he's
Yeah,
upset
because
about
Rob
it.
got me hyped up with his craziness. That's what
Ah.
But
I
yeah,
think he's upset. I didn't even say it. I just didn't say it, man. That's crazy.
but yeah, Miss A, you definitely gotta join us one day. You got to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's also a commander squad in Charlotte
Yeah,
too.
cool. Shout out to them, but you gotta come join us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out to
I want to come hang out with you guys.
them.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
shout out to them.
Oh, that'd be
points to F1.
fantastic,
Yeah.
man. That'd be fantastic.
Training camp is. Oh, what? Are you Did you get tickets and stuff to go to training camp this year?
Yeah. I'll be going. Try
everybody
to
got it.
go. I think is it the 3rd or the 4th? Yeah, I couldn't get there the first day. It's my sister's birthday, so
Oh,
we're
wow.
celebrating on that first one they have. But we'll be there. My sister, my dad, and I'll be out there 3rd, 4th. So
Fantastic. Take a lot of pictures.
And bring some water, cause they do be dropping like flies out there. I
Ooh,
promise you.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, it was. I went out there last year. It was hot. We
Yeah.
definitely had our water. So I'm gonna give me a little bucket hat this time to kind of shade it out.
Yeah.
People were out there in jerseys. I said, y'all are bugging. Them jerseys are hot.
Yeah. I don't think I ever wore a jersey out there with one of them. I definitely wore my
Y'all
we
like
ain't
to
talking
make,
about you.
See, I like to make fun of me.
Yeah,
all the time.
we not talking about how you be dressed out there.
Hey.
He was dressing
Oh,
out there
man.
like it's winter.
20 degrees outside.
Oh,
I
that's
think one year if
crazy.
you can find some
I ain't
DC
know I had
boots,
no
you put
jeans,
those
though.
on.
Yeah, long jeans and a long shirt on.
I don't remember having no jeans. That's wild. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, me and Rob was looking at you.
Hey,
I kept
Funny.
questioning. Like,
it ended up storming that day, so I was good.
Yeah, man. About 100 10 degrees out there. You got long denim jeans on and a long sleeve black shirt.
I was good. Ended up raining.
Bro, Rap thought you man, Rap thought you about to die.
No shiesty on. That bad. Nah.
That was crazy.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
I about had a heat stroke. Man, I had to keep walking back. They didn't want them to see me.
That was crazy.
Oh.
Yeah.
But with the training camp approaching, what's some of your expectations or something you're looking forward to during this training camp?
So because I was there last year and it just seemed all vibed out, I want less vibes and more kind of like, because of that schedule we have, I want to see us get into it. I want to see more intense practices. I want to see that like we've got these schemes installed. I don't want to go in questioning like certain rooms. Like last year, it was like, okay, the wide receiver situation was funky. And you can see it in training camp. It was like, who is Jaden out here throwing these balls to? It was like we should have known that was gonna be a mess. So I feel like I want training camp to have some of these questions that are kind of like trending on Twitter. Like I want some of those questions to go away. I want things to be a little bit more established. So we just went through this whole who's gonna be a third safety, who's gonna be like I want all those things kind of locked down and figured out in training camp. But I would definitely like for there to be less vibes and more kind of like professionalism and kind of like, people showing that they are kind of dialed into the details and ready for like, what we're about to go up against in the opening these with the schedule with those few games. We have to like I felt like last year because the off season was such a like soft. He kept saying like every time we lost the game, we're still trying to find our identity, and I was like, "What are you talking about, DQ? Like you should not still be trying to find your identity." Like
that was crazy.
Yeah, 3 games into the season, like you supposed to have that figured out in the off season. So they need to find their identity by the time they get to like the first practice. Like they need to go into that first competitive practice with the Dolphins, knowing what the identity is. I don't want to hear nothing about we're ramping up and still trying to find our identity. That was bothering me. So that's kind of what I'm looking for in the training camp.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. Now, would you like to see the starters more during the preseason games as well? Because, last year we only seen what James.
Yes, like you got a whole slew of new people. Like so, like I didn't like these guys haven't played together before. Like no, like if I see a bunch of like I understand that you have to evaluate the depth. So like, but I would like for Jaden to get more snaps. Like he feels like a rhythm quarterback. I don't think he likes not playing. Like I don't think that's Jaden. I think Jaden wants to be out there playing, getting the reps. And I think they prematurely in their approach with Jaden started treating him like a vet. Like it was like, why is your second year quarterback not getting reps in preseason? Like he is still like developing. He's still like so I think they kind of like shorted him on his development a little bit in the preseason last year by not getting him a lot of reps. But they also, I think they just were afraid about injuries and things like that because they didn't have the depth, right? So I would like for us to like actually get more reps in time on task with the ones, right? And however way they need to do that, just figure it out. But none of what we saw last year, like Jaden barely played. That was ridiculous.
Totally ridiculous.
Yeah, that was. And the time he played, he didn't even throw the ball.
He did. It was like they just handed the ball off, like, and then he ran it in. Like it was like, yeah. So I don't know. Now that I'm looking back on that whole off-season program, we just should have known. We should have known.
He was telling us we are doomed.
Yeah, we should have known. Like all the red flags were there. We were just trying to like we were still riding the high of 2024 for sure.
Yeah, speaking of red flags, man, I forgot to mention this early in the show. How you feel about the little situation going on with Brandon Aiyuk?
Brandon Aiyuk is who was I talking to about this? I think it was Rio. I was like, did you guys see the video or all the images that came out with Jaden with all the guys out in California? And I was like, oh, he acted like a clingy girlfriend. Like he got FOMO. Like he is so mad that like Jaden, he's not out there with Jaden. Like all of it is just very childish nonsense. I told someone there is nothing wrong with Brandon. I think at this point, I feel like he's transitioning to trying to be like a content creator or make money off social media. A lot of the stuff he's doing, it feels like he's like engagement farming, and he's using either the commander's name or Jaden's name. Anybody who creates content in this space, we know what gets the views on our channels. You post anything about Jaden, your views going up. like, like I notice he's like hashtagging like raise hell, or he's like using certain things where it's very much like, oh, this is the stuff that we do in our search engine optimization and our description box and things like that. So I just noticed some of the things he's doing where he's kind of like, I said this entire time, I feel like he was kind of using the like franchise name to kind of like, get attention or get his views up. I think he's engagement farming at this point in time. I think he's no longer serious about playing football or playing for anybody's team at this point. He seems to be pushing his brand. When he started like posting on YouTube, I was like, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. He just needs to get his Twitch going and leave us alone and just fully lean into being a Twitch streamer and stop bothering us at this point, because that's what he's doing. I don't take him serious anymore, and it's time for us to move on. He does not want to play football, so we just
Exactly.
Yeah, I know we were
gotta
kind
move
of,
on.
especially I say I put myself in there. Me and Rob was kind of excited at the early on about having Brandon Aiyuk to the team, but some of the stuff he doing,
Ayuk.
yeah, he went too high on him. But
But I'm never gonna turn down a cheap. Like, I was looking at it through a GM's perspective. I'm like, hey, like if you gonna get released, hey, you on the open market and nobody gonna touch you, we get you a nice little vet minimum and you can come in. That's a cheap wide receiver that if he gives us maybe like 80% of what he was doing before he got injured, that's still better production than what we've been getting. I was just running the numbers and I was like, I'm with it, right? But like, you also are not being serious. And you talk about you're not going to get reinstated. You're talking about you're not going to handle your ticket or whatever that is. And then you get online and you try to pull the franchise quarterback into the troll where he needs to actually be focused. That's the part I didn't like. Like, he needs to focus, right? I don't think you understand, Brandon. Like, he's what he went through last year and what he's up against this year and how he has to lock in. He's learning a brand new playbook and system. And you're playing stupid games on social media and
Yeah.
he's trying to lock in to be a professional. So that's when I was like, all right, it's not funny no more.
Yeah.
Like, I was enjoying the entertainment until you got my quarterback caught up in it. And I was like, I'm not with that.
I'm so happy
Yeah,
he did that.
I like his response. That was funny.
I'm excited that he did that. Look, K knows it. Y'all know it. I ain't want him here anyway. I just didn't want him. I didn't know what he had left in his tank after being out of football for almost 2 years. And most so, I really wanted to see some of the young guys we have at wide receiver. I want to see them on the field. I want to see we have something there. If Ayuk being here with a bunch of question marks that I thought was going to take away from them, I didn't want that. So I'm happy. Thank you, Brandon Aiyuk, for being an idiot. Thank you.
I think, but Brandon Aiyuk really disappointed me, man.
Yeah, he did great.
Not because like Asia said, what made me really upset about him was like I feel like he has the talent to play football if he wanted to play football, but I think his mind is somewhere else, and I think he is really checking out and started working on his brand and things like that. And he did use us as dummies. It's like, hey, gotcha. Y'all really think I want to come there? Man, look, no, I'm done with football. I don't know if his injury. When did Brandon Aiyuk say, look, I'm done with football? It's just that didn't happen recently. I think his injury might just not be what he thought it was. I don't think and one of the biggest things that I don't understand, he is refusing to go to San Fran just to go to San Fran. If this man really wanted to play football, all he had to do, he could call his Uber. He could flew in the night before camp, called an Uber, and said, give me 5 minutes. You ain't even got to pull off. All he would have did was just step foot in there. They would have escorted him out with security. He flies back to Washington. He's on the team at the second practice before the next.
You gotta force their hand, like, and he's not doing that. I don't think he understands how to like use his leverage or like how institutions work. At some point, like you have to work within the confines of the system. Like I think he's trying to do it, but like not within the confines. At some point, you do have to. Like, I mean, you just have to. So I thought like he was just doing all of this just to kind of like troll them and try to force them to release him. And then I thought at some point he would transition out of that and just hunker down and do what was necessary. But it just does not seem like he truly understands that you have to do these things, like if
Yeah.
you want to play. So I mean, I'm not really that invested.
Yeah.
Once you say I'm no longer like once you show me you don't want to play football, I gotta move on to something else.
Yeah.
Like
I got some
Yeah,
advice for
that's it.
Brandon Aiyuk, though. I got some good advice for him. Keep doing what you're doing, my man.
No, that's bad advice.
No, it's great advice.
Hire Miss Jackson. That's all you
No,
need. Hire Miss
no, I
Jackson.
need him keep
No,
doing what he's
yeah,
doing.
Hire Miss Jackson.
Keep
she
bringing
done
up
with him.
Jaden Daniels. Keep
Hire Miss
talking about
Jackson.
Miss Jackson. Just
Hire Miss
I
Jackson.
think
keep
she's
doing what you're
done
doing.
with
She's 7
him
straight.
because
Keep doing
like
what
she
you're
said,
doing.
he bad for
She's 7
business. Like you
Yeah.
know how she keep her son real media trained, and she a PR maven over there, and this was a little too messy for her.
Don't like
I
it.
think,
Don't
yeah,
like
that this started. I'm like, you saw Jaden got the Gatorade. Like
Yeah,
she
he got-
over there
Mhm.
securing bags for her son, and you got her son on the ticker on ESPN behind some dumb stuff. Like she
Don't like
don't.
it.
Yeah.
Ain't a
She
good
didn't
look.
even want the cameras on him and Juju.
Sure
Ugh.
did.
Right.
And
Man.
like so she likes to carefully curate that,
Absolutely.
all of that. Yes. So
Yeah. But and then a lot of people saying now, sign Stephon Diggs. He just came out today and was like,
listen, from day one, I tried to tell people he's
Yeah.
still on the market because the media guys were like, why is it AP not signing him? And I don't think any of the media guys knew he had that little case. And I was like, because there's one thing to be annoyed with some online trolling, but to sign someone who may eventually have the rules committee knocking on your door and him
Mhm.
being suspended behind what he does. I said that is the type of stuff that Stephon Diggs brings to your doorstep. Is like he may be banned from playing or he may get suspended because he's got legal troubles. I was like, you don't bring those kind of problems to your door. He may make people in the locker room uncomfortable, but he not about to be suspended for 6 games because he got,
Yeah.
you know,
But Stephon
allegations.
Diggs might
So
make him uncomfortable too.
yeah.
I think I'm with Mike 100% on this. I think you stay pat and you gotta play with what you got because
Yeah.
these guys right now they're not out there for no reason.
Well, I think there's this perception that I don't understand what most people just feel this panic where you got to go out and start like trading for Butte or
Oh
signing
no.
like
Booty.
Keenan Allen and
No.
like
No,
like
nasty.
y'all are panicking. I don't even think the room is that bad. Like y'all
No,
just
it's
want.
not.
And that's
Thank
why I
you.
feel like you want
Thank you.
named receivers because I was like, all of these guys are still available, and we're like in a third, fourth wave of like, why do y'all want players that no teams are touching?
Yeah.
Like y'all are in like the kind of like bottom of the barrel part of the free
Absolutely.
agency season, and you guys are like, let's just go get this guy. No, don't go rushing out to get people that other teams aren't touching.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Only if you have
like-
injuries. If you start having injuries in camp, these are the guys you bring in. If you're camp, you got everybody
Well, it's
starting.
different. You got
yeah,
injuries.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm
It's
like
different. You
I'm
got
not
injuries.
in that space where I just feel
Nah.
like
Me
people
either.
are still on the mark. People want us to go back and get Debo. I was like, I don't.
No.
I'm going how
No.
Debo. Debo can't get separation.
That's
He
it.
don't. He don't really
You know,
got that much of a route tree. I'm not.
no.
I didn't really want Debo to come back. So
No.
like,
Yeah, that could have been a bad trade, right?
yeah.
Okay, that's what I was saying. See, I just said.
I ain't talking to you, Rob.
So you talking about Debo?
I'm just saying. It
I'm
could
talking
be,
to you, Rob. I'm not talking to Rob. I
What?
ignoring him. I
What?
blocked him out.
Man.
I don't care what he say right
What was
now.
his numbers this year?
After
You
he-
see, I'm just saying.
After he
I'm just saying.
questioned Townsend, I don't want.
Yeah, that's why he did.
I didn't question. All right, we gonna move on.
Man, Debo had what? Debo had 727 yards this year and 5 touchdowns, and that's without Terry.
That's because he got all the balls. He had to.
I mean,
I mean-
that's not bad.
I test for me. I'm not plugging production. So if you want to talk about plugging production, I'll let you have that. He's not a man wide receiver.
Oh,
He
yeah,
doesn't.
I
He
mean,
can't
no, I
get
ain't mad at
open on his own. There's a lot of coordinator having to kind of like scheme him up
Yeah.
and get
And
him
you saw-
open through the scheme. And I'm
you
like,
saw
we
Cliff
got
was definitely
we
forcing
got
it.
enough players in the room where the scheme needs to get them open. Like we already have that in the room. I
Mhm.
actually want actual wide receivers with release moves and actual
A route tree.
route trees with a
Yeah.
lot of branches. Debo cannot play on the outside. So like I do think this scheme does require, like, if we're looking at what's needed, we need a Z, right? We need a boundary. We
we need a
need
Z.
somebody on the outside, right? Because we're saying that Antonio Williams is kind of our slot inside outside guy. We've got Chig as kind of like the tight end, but Chig can probably flex some Z and play on the boundary as a wide receiver. And then you got Terry as the X, which they can also flex him into the Z and move him around and also play him in the like when you think about the wide receivers we have in the room, it's like they can either play slot or they can play on the boundary. I just don't think that Debo gives you that versatility. He can't play on the boundary. He cannot stack the corners. He can't get it off the corners. I saw him at times like that one. And then the stuff that he's doing when the gadgety stuff is for you to get him to get like a one-on-one on a backer in space. And he can't even like the linebackers are so athletic and fast that he can't necessarily like get away from linebackers. So I just don't think that at this point in time and what the scheme requires, while he gave us that production, I think you need wide receivers who have route trees in this type of scheme with how Blau wants to scheme it up and take advantage of certain parts of the field. He's trying to get those mismatches in against a safety or backer in the middle of the field. And it's like, you know, or you gotta like really stretch the field vertically if you have your guy on the boundary on the outside. So it's like he's too one-dimensional, and then he takes your gadget snaps away from Jalen Lane because we're saying Jalen Lane is more of kind of your gadget guy. So you already kind of got people in the room that can kind of give you what Debo gives you. And so that's why it's not about Debo's ability to give you production. I think he's still Debo at the end of the day. He could give you production. It's how you get that production. And I feel like it's too much work on the schemer to have to do that. It got real gadgety with Cliff. And I think for whatever reason, Debo towards the end of the season, he starts to put that weight back on. He loses his speed. Like it's the eye test for me for Debo. Like that is all about the eye test. It has nothing to do with production. I appreciate what he did last year, and I like him as a person. He just as a wide receiver does not. He's like a wide back. He just does not pass the eye test for me as like a wide receiver.
Yeah.
A wide back.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's
He's
funny.
a wide back.
As he put on more
I
weight.
like
too.
that though.
Yeah, I mean
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, nah, I can't argue with that one, man. I have one more question for you, Miss Asia.
Mhm.
Based off the talent of both ends on offense and defense, what do you think our overall record would be?
I really hadn't even looked at
Mm,
the record thing because I'm not even a record projector. Like I hadn't looked at it. Um, I think you could get 10 wins.
10 win. That's about. Yeah, that's why I had it. I had 10 or 11.
And what's your
Yeah.
grade for the team?
Oh,
The
Oh,
grade
yeah,
for
that's the
the
Lord.
question
team
for real.
is I'm not as pessimistic on the team because maybe because I was one of the people that saw the limitations in scheme and coordinators. I give it a B.
Yeah, good grade.
I
Yeah.
think I think the depth is much better.
Mm.
I don't, and I also watch a lot of other teams play. I don't just watch the Commanders. I don't like you watch like other NFL teams do not have elite talent throughout the whole depth chart.
Thank
Like
you.
that's not a thing. That
Yeah,
is not
it's
a
not a
thing.
thing.
Like I listen to people talk about these rooms, like I understand the people who want a 1B, and I had this conversation. I said, y'all want a 1B. Y'all want a 1B. Like y'all want the situation like the Bengals have with you know,
Yeah. But
With
you
with
ain't got no
receivers.
defense.
Jamar.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you get people want a 1B. They want that other guy that can step in and be the X. We don't have that, and I agree with that. But once you get past the 1B in a lot of these wide receiver rooms, is it's a lot of jags. It is. Like in
Mhm.
most NFL rosters, you got a lot of jags, right? So like that's why I don't understand these conversations. So I mean, the cap does not allow for you to have all this elite talent. It
Thank
just
you.
doesn't. Like they're drafting and developing. You got a lot of unknowns, and you got a lot of everyday core guys that you're maintaining a cheap cap on, while there's probably maybe 4 or 5 guys on your roster is eating up the cap, making all the money. That's the elite player. So because I have that mindset, and I do feel like it is really on coordinators to have great schemes and game in and game out to have those details locked in. We saw Sam Darnold win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We're not about to call him an elite quarterback. And what weaponry did he have? He had JSN. He had some other guys, but it was primarily JSN cooking most of the year with him as kind of like the guy getting all the targets. So I'll give it a B because I'm factoring in the schematic changes. I do think we're going to a big boy NFL style offense, and because I watched the Vikings scheme and I know that is what's confirmed to be the install, that's going to take the defense to probably middle of the pack, and so I'll give it a B. Because I'm just not one that you need a budget elite talent. I'm not that person. I'm sorry, y'all.
Thank you. I'm gonna save this part so they can hear it over and over again because I tell you,
Who's they?
sometime
Why you say they?
you and Rob,
I give it a group to B minus.
Yeah, I understand.
You gave it a B minus.
I get
What
it.
you give it,
If
Rob?
Rob gave it a
No,
what?
well, we ain't talking about Rob grades. But I'm just saying, sometimes y'all be saying, "Oh, we need this guy," especially the wide receiver. Oh, we gonna be trash because we don't have Aiyuk. Like Aiyuk was ever a superstar wide receiver, which he never was.
Who said trash?
A superstar wide
Who said
receiver.
trash?
He was not. What you say?
Who said trash?
You say we cook.
Prove it.
No, you saying we cook.
Yes, prove it.
Okay, I will.
Prove it.
I'll prove it this upcoming
Prove it.
Sunday.
Pull up the tape.
Prove it.
You know, I
Prove
can,
it.
I can find the video.
I mean, look,
I can find the video.
Yeah,
I can prove it. Don't
That's
tell me
fine.
that. I'm the one who do the shorts, so you know
We
I
cook.
can find the videos.
We're cooked. Okay.
I can find the videos. I sit down and watch
No.
every single video we
That's
do.
cool, but it's just with
So,
you. It's
I
just,
can
like
find
I
the
said this
video.
multiple times. It's your wordplay. You say
I don't
somebody
need
else
no
is trash and
wordplay.
all that stuff.
They got wordplay like Jay-Z.
Yeah,
Oh, baby,
Get
sound
a
like
goat.
So what's yours, Rob? You said B minus.
I said a C minus.
Why is it C minus?
It's a lot of incompletes. I stay with it. It's not that I think they're a bad team. And like I said, a lot of times a C is still passing. You go to the doctor, he
Oh,
probably
here we
passed.
go with this dog analogy.
And I'm just saying, look, Mike, I don't have patience because I'm not a doctor. But all I'm saying
Thank
is,
God. Hope glad you're not
all I'm
TTE.
saying is, I think a C is because I think in 2024 that roster was a C also.
No, it
See how-
wasn't. It was worse than a C.
Wait a minute, Rob.
It was
Like,
worse than a C.
Are you saying the 2024
No,
roster
I was trying to be
talent
nice.
is comparable to this year?
That's what
I
he's
really
saying.
wanna
Say the way you saying that. You
I
are
wanna
not
say
saying
D.
that.
I
That's
really
what
wanted
he's
to say
saying.
D. I was
Okay,
trying to
all
be nice.
right.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
grade
Yeah,
it better. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
okay.
really wanted to say D, but I know
We'll
how
say
to say about my grading system. I didn't want to say, see, look, he never wants to have no passing grades or nothing. But I think this roster is better than 2024. I think it's still a C.
Okay.
And because like you said, there's a lot of unknowns. It could go either way. You know, it could go great, or it could be like, we still need some work to do. You got elite player. Jaden Davis is going to at least, if you say Jaden Davis' name, you're clarified to win 5 games if healthy. Automatically. We ain't got to worry about nothing else. Wide receiver room, I think they're okay. I think you really got I think you really have a number 2 in the building. You just don't know that
You
what
gotta
Williams
find
can
it.
do. Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't think, like you said, I don't think he's an outside receiver number 1, but you got a slot, which is just as fine. You know, a lot of guys in New England made a living playing slot and being the number 2, number 1 type guy, which is fine. The next guy, and like I asked Mike this morning, I called Mike on the phone. I said, Mike, how many passes do you want to see Jay Dames throw this year in a game, on an average? And Mike said, probably about, what'd you say, Mike? 25, right?
Yeah, I said probably on average 25.
25. Okay, as an offensive coordinator, we go into the boardroom and we break this down. 25 passes. David already came out and said, look, I want you Terry to get 10 targets. We really think it's about 7. We know that. You look at Chig getting around about 5. You looking at Williams getting about
You think
6
Chig's
or
only
5.
gonna get 5?
Oh, I'm just trying to be nice. I'm just trying to be nice about his
I'm
numbers.
looking at that. I'm looking at that Ben Johnson scheme and how them tight ends work. I feel like Colston Loveland was their lead target getter. Or
Either more. Okay,
yeah, I
so
think
look.
the way those schemes working out, them tight ends they trying to get the mismatches on the safeties and the backers. I feel like
Even
Chig,
better.
Yeah,
So that's
he's our
even
second
better.
option.
So now
Yeah.
you got Williams, who's going to get about what, 5, 6. The other guy on the outside is not going to get but 3 balls.
yeah.
So it don't matter who's out there. So when Ken, like, I hate Treylon Burks, it's like, all he got to
I
do is
really
catch
want
3
y'all to show.
balls.
Hold on. I really want.
3 balls.
I want you to show why I say I hate Burks. I really want to say that, quote unquote. I
Why
hate
did
Treylon
you
Burks.
No.
Why
I want you-
do we
I-
not
You
never
never
like
said
said
Burks?
you didn't say you
I
hate
never
Burks.
said I
The
hated Treylon
only
Burks.
one really officially hate Burks
I
was
never
K. Miss K
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
K's
I
Take.
never-
And remember,
We're gonna have to
also
talk
from
about this
K's Take.
on a collab.
Oh,
show.
yeah, absolutely.
And also
I
K's
didn't know
Take.
she was that. I know she loves Luke. I gotta get into
Yeah,
this.
she
whole
can't stand
Taylor
Burks,
thing.
like-
Oh no, she can't stand Burks. But if y'all
If Miss
haven't
K was
already,
the
subscribe
security
to
guard-
K's Take.
if she was a security guard for Washington, she would not let that man in the building. She was like, I don't know, your car's not working. You can't come in here.
I keep telling her she gonna look good with that 13 jersey on, but she refused to.
We did a bet. I betted her that you would make the roster. She's like,
13 gonna be popping.
I never got that from her analysis.
Oh man,
like she don't give them vibes. I feel like she
said don't start. She said don't start.
She said don't start.
Yeah, but look, either way, even if it's Lane, if it's Burks, if it's Luke, they're getting about 3 to 4 targets a game.
Yeah, I feel
that's all they got to do. You don't even have to bring a big time guy in here because the guys that we have now have already solidified the targets that Jaden's going to give out, and everybody knows we're going to be a run more team. This guy's coming in, no matter who it is, they can switch out. It's just 3 to 4 catches that you got to be consistent with, depending on who it is. If it's Lane, you go deep if he can catch. Now look, the man can't catch. He can't catch a bed in the bedroom, but he's fast.
I can't catch a bed.
You got Luke. Luke can do it all. He's not quick. But he's consistent and he can find holes. I like Luke. You got Burks. Burks can get on corners quickly. He just can't stay on the field. And then you have Diami. You know, Diami's a wild card. We don't know which Diami we get.
Don't forget Jefferson.
I forgot him. He's forgotten. I don't.
He's forgotten. Crazy.
I haven't.
You didn't see him out there. He was out there with the contingent working out with JD.
Yeah, sure was.
That's good. Somebody else. He probably did a package deal, and so he had to give another ticket to somebody else.
Right.
He just happened to get one.
Right.
He can be on the team.
We got $5 bet on that too. I got to make it a team.
Who made a team?
Jefferson.
Man, that man ain't making a team.
Okay, so that's the bet. That's a bet too.
Easily. I'll take that.
Oh,
easily.
Another 5.
Dang.
Another 5.
He's not making a team.
I think he's on the team.
Oh man.
Easy win.
I get about 5 more $5 bills. I could get a half a tank of gas.
Now, if you think Jeff made the team, you not. Because look, they probably told Jefferson like, look, hope you enjoy this vacation.
Dang.
Okay.
He won't be in Washington this year.
Okay.
Okay, so who's the list your wide receivers like in the order?
Like in Zach order?
Yeah, like I want to know how y'all see the room.
For me right now, I have Terry, of course, Antonio Williams, and personally I have Luke McCaffrey on that end.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have Treylon Burks can be that fourth guy to be rotation. Then Diami. Then Van Jefferson. I really just think Jalen Lane just a special team guy to me. I ain't gonna lie. I just see him.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What you got, Mike?
Yep. Let me see what you got here. Yeah, I can see a little better with this. My eyes hurting that phone. Let me see here. As far as my wide receivers go, kind of won't miss nobody name. I'll definitely Terry, my one guy. Yes, definitely Antonio Williams. Trey Burks. Yeah, I'm gonna throw Trey up in there, man.
Yeah.
Trey Burks, Luke McCaffrey, Van Jefferson, Diami Brown, and I'm gonna say Jalen Lane gonna be the special team guy too as well.
That's tough.
Wow.
That's tough. Look, I seen Rob's face, man. What you thinking,
Rob
Rob?
face is like
Hey, he was disgusting.
I don't care about his face.
That was disgusting.
What was disgusting about it?
No, just look at his face.
What's
what's your list, Rob?
Ooh.
Yeah, what's your list?
I don't know what's wrong with these guys.
What's
Look,
your list?
You got Terry, Williams, Luke, Burks.
Oh, so now you got Luke
See,
over
look,
Burks?
This is stuff I'm
Oh,
talking
I
about.
said order.
Miss Agent, this is stuff I'm talking
Wait,
about.
wait,
Okay,
wait,
hold
I'm
on.
sorry.
He said he wasn't putting it in order. He's doing
No, that was in order,
I'm sorry.
Rob. Nah, you know that was in
Okay,
order. Don't
I'm
switch
sorry.
up. That was your order,
I
man.
got Burks. I'm sorry. I
Nah,
got
too
Burks.
late.
What?
That was your true feelings, man.
No,
Don't do that.
Rob, ain't too late. Go on.
That was definitely too late. That was
Rob,
his true
Rob, go
feelings.
with your list, man.
He knew Burks was on the team.
Go
He didn't
with
forget
your
about
list, man.
Burks.
Oh,
He put him fourth.
Rob, I give you grades,
All right.
bro. Go on.
Go ahead, man.
Thank you. I got Burks, Luke, Lane.
Lane at 5?
Yes.
Shit.
And I got Diami.
Shit. Man, no, they ain't gonna fight.
And no Van Jefferson. He not even make the team.
He know he ain't making a team.
Oh.
He don't even have a locker. They put stuff in a bag in the middle of the floor like they do on Hard Knocks.
I want to know what my analyst has to say.
So I have them going, I think that's 7, right? So I have them going Terry, Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
I have Burks over Luke because of body type. So I'm doing it strictly off of like just X slot Z, right? So it's not necessarily, I feel like in terms of snap share or whatever, I think Luke might emerge to get kind of like more snaps than Traylon, because I see Traylon as a possession receiver, red zone target, stuff like that. So just I had to put that caveat. So it's kind of like so that's my X slot Z is Terry, Antonio, and Traylon. And then I have Luke,
Now it get
Diami,
interesting. You got
and then I have Van Jefferson kind of as like the last one because Lane gives you the special teams utilization and he's a draft pick. So he has to be over the guy you brought in to be a camp body. But I do think that if that's how many wide receivers is that?
that's 7.
1, 2.
That's 7.
That's 7. Like if they keep 7, Van Jefferson can make it.
Yeah. See
Yeah,
that?
only they keep 7. That's
But
what
see,
I'm telling you.
well, okay, but you ain't made that ugly face with her.
Hey, hold on. And Miss
She
K,
had the same list I had.
I said it.
You ain't made the ugly face with her.
and Miss K called
just
out
said it.
Rob
I
too.
just
He,
said
it.
he completely switched up. You know, like the first depth chart that you said, you meant that. No, you had
No,
Burks
I
at 4.
didn't know it was
You
in
meant
order.
that. Nah, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. It's okay, Rob. It's okay. You can't back up. It's all right, man.
I still got
right.
Burks as a starter. I on outside.
That's cool. That's cool. But he's not gonna be that 800, 900 yard receiver y'all keep saying. Y'all just say yourself gonna
Anything's
get
possible.
3
Anything's
receptions
possible.
a game. I just said 3 targets a game. How you
I'm
gonna
a
do that?
Disney kid. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
That's what they taught us.
That
They
ain't
didn't teach us
happening,
nothing
man.
else. Anything's
Oh,
possible,
boy.
man.
That is not happening.
He made an ugly face for me. We didn't make it for you. That's fine though.
Cause you had what you call it so far down. I don't understand how y'all.
No, me and her had the real. The same thing. They had one player
don't
to
get
switch
it.
over. That's it.
What you talking about, Jalen Lane?
Huh?
Who you had so far down? Was it Lane?
I don't know who he said I had so far down.
Talking about Lane?
I thought you put what you call it too far up, Jefferson.
I had Jefferson was my 5.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
She had Jefferson at what? What you had Jefferson at?
7, 6.
I had him kind of as a 6 for the last guy.
Yeah. Okay. She's 6. I mean, that just he's still making the
You
team
had
with 6.
Jefferson over Diami.
Huh?
Yeah, you had him over Diami Brown.
What are you
I
talking about?
don't think, I think
Yeah.
they brought Diami back to be kind of one of the guys. Like
I
they
was
can't
confused
be.
about that. You
Diami.
got Jefferson over Diami, but Mike ain't never liked Diami, so.
Oh, okay.
I don't
There's
know
a lot
why
of
he's
people
been
who
more
don't see it for
productive
Diami.
than your guy.
I don't care about all that. I'm talking about now.
Even now.
I mean, I just
Even now.
whatever. De'Ami Brown he haven't did nothing since just the playoff run. That's it. If
That's what most people say about Diami.
Yeah.
It's like, what has he done?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's fair.
What
I
has
think he got
Burks done?
talent. I
no,
think-
well,
I
we
think-
ain't talking about Burks. We're
What
talking about
has Burks
De'Ami.
done? What has Burks done?
He
We talking about the receiver room.
Burks haven't been
I
on his
wanna-
team long enough to do anything
and
like
when
that.
when he was on the team, what he do?
That one hand touchdown grab, right, Kay?
all that matters.
One play, that's it. Noah Brown had a Hail Mary. Y'all hate on Noah Brown?
No, that's awesome.
I did not like
Ah.
Noah Brown. I don't
Nobody
know
did.
what the obsession with Noah Brown was with that front office.
I don't think
stuff.
nobody had an obsession with Noah Brown. He just throwing names out.
Oh
there.
no, I'm just saying, hey.
Nobody liked no
Like
one.
clearly the
Hey.
front office did because they signed him back, and he
Yeah,
was like
they
our
did.
wide receiver too. Like he was a
That
Z.
was
Yeah,
crazy,
I
right?
understand it. Yeah,
They
I
felt-
didn't
they felt-
understand it.
I
They
didn't get
felt
it
like
either.
they had to sign him back. You
Yeah.
know, his agent came in there and like, he did this. Okay, enough. Just,
Nah, then he was injured, and that was we can't ignore a player's
Yeah.
history.
And
I
that's
understand
Treylon
people
Burks.
who
This is-
are
this is
not really sold on Treylon because Treylon's entire history is injury. So I
Injuries.
get that.
But that's the role he's
And
gonna
people-
have. That Noah Brown role, that's exactly Treylon Burks gonna be.
Z, he's a
Oh.
Z.
That's
he
my
just need
opinion. He's
three.
gonna have that,
He
you
just
have
need
that
3
same
to
kind of
4
season.
catches.
Huh?
You just need 3 to 4 catches a game. That's it.
Like Noah Brown. You're
No,
gonna have
man,
that
Noah
same
Fitzgerald
kind of role.
breathing.
That's all I said. But y'all hate on me when
I mean,
I
that's
said that.
fair. Now,
Y'all
I
hate on me
think
when I
think
said
he's better.
that.
I mean, I think he's better than Noah Brown, though.
He could be, maybe, maybe.
Yeah. See, we'll break even on that. We'll break even.
Well, I ain't
Oh,
breaking
give
even
you
with him, man.
It's facts, though. It's the same kind of
Better
role he
than
gonna
Noah
have.
Brown, man. Stop
At
it.
what? He's not a better route runner.
Even Grant says
He's not a better
than
route
Noah Brown.
runner than Noah Brown. Like his numbers could have been better. Cat all the pass interference calls that he
All
had
right.
against him.
I'm not talking.
I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
We talk about first of all, it's 2 no-name guys. They both ain't do nothing. So it's,
Wait.
I'm about to say, why are we arguing over Treylon?
yeah,
and
exactly.
Noah
See what
Brown?
I'm
What we
saying? So I
doing
had to catch myself, Miss A. I mean, I'll go over 2 trash players. So it's kind of
now?
One player got a job, the other one don't.
hey. Shout out to
Good
bro.
point.
Yeah, shout out to bro.
That is true.
Shout out to bro. Because of age. That's about it.
You got a job, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
shout out, bro.
No,
yeah,
he's always building the art.
he's building art.
He
You
never
know
on
what-
the field.
Noah working another art.
Hey,
Yeah, because he ain't never on the field.
hey, man. Yeah. Hey, Dad, man, what number episode is this, man?
It's episode 85. But before we go,
85?
yeah, 85. But before we go, Kay, not Kay, I don't know why I call you Kay. Kay's on my mind right now because she's over here just going up. But Asia, but mention with Kay and a lot of other ones is in chat right now. Tell me, what do you think about the content creators right here in our Washington Commanders community?
I love it. It gives me pretty much like a college campus vibe, and kind of like if you ever went to like a D1 school and how they give it up for like their sports programs and stuff like that. It gives me that. So I really like it. I like that there's a established fan base for the team that has like opportunities for us to network, link up through these kind of like creator collabs. And then you guys have stuff like what the Commanders Kings is doing with their event. And then you guys have the community that you've kind of like created. So as someone who just has been watching sports in a very isolated way, I love that. It makes me really enjoy my team a little bit more
Yeah.
when you have a community there. And then I just like all the love from all of the people that tune in to the content. Yeah, like the hunger and the support from people like, hey man, we're locked in. Like they don't get enough of watching Commanders content. Like they
Yes,
don't. Like they
definitely.
will follow you everywhere. They'll watch your stream, get off your stream, and go to the next stream and watch the stream. So I actually love it here. I was very really nervous about doing this, but it's been very supportive, so I've really enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm just starting to get into the live streams and the collabs, and I really love them. I like just this was fun, you guys. It's the whole barbershop talk thing that you guys do, and kind of like the trash talk, like that is so organic, and I love it, and it was fun. So I really do enjoy these link ups.
And appreciate you too, man. Definitely appreciate
Absolutely.
you too.
Yeah.
And hopefully, during the season or maybe even training camp, should I say, we can get you back on.
Oh, yeah.
here for a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit,
reach
too.
out anytime.
Maybe get you
Anytime
and
you
Kay
guys-
on together. I think
Oh,
that'd
that's
be
gonna be-
fantastic.
Yeah,
That's gonna be a
let's.
show.
We gotta.
Yeah,
I
we're
just
gonna
want to
work
pick
that.
on Rob a little bit more.
You see, I don't understand. I just want to be the good guy. That's all I'm trying to do.
You can't be the good guy when you're making statements about Laramie Townsend like that.
I never said nothing about Larry Todd. I don't
Yeah,
understand how he's
okay.
still on. I never
You
said that.
talking
If
about
you can
Larry
find me
That's a
saying,
clip.
I never said that. I just said guys. You took it.
Guys.
Who's those guys,
Guys.
Rob? We ain't gonna go
I'll
through
take it
this
with
again.
Rob.
Right, I'm just saying guys. I don't understand what y'all be saying. Like I said, Larry, I didn't go pick that man out. Like I said, him right there. I never said nobody.
Okay, Rob. Whatever you say.
And what
Oh
you-
boy.
So I'm staying.
What number was it again? There, the episode
Oh, episode 85.
85.
Yep.
Who 85?
Nice.
Oh, I can go Noah Brown.
You gonna go?
But nah, I'm gonna go Leonard Hankerson.
Oh man.
I'm gonna go Leonard Hankerson. That's the one I thought of.
I'm going with my favorite Redskins, Henry Ellett.
What, Henry Ellett?
Mm.
That's a good one, Rob. Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna go. I'm gonna roll with Rob on that one. Cause I used to like Henry Ellett too myself. Yes, I'm gonna roll with Rob.
All right, the 85.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of jersey numbers, man, it was announced today we retiring finally number 44, John Riggins.
Oh man.
I didn't know he wasn't retired
Oh
already.
my God, that's just
Somebody
insane.
said that. They was like, dang, this should have been happening.
Right, what are we doing?
Thank you.
That's crazy.
Dan Snyder.
That's just insane. Well, Dan Snyder, he was fantastic, right?
Yeah, I don't understand. Even that, I was kind of over it when he did that little statue or whatever of Sean Taylor. That was kind of like, bruh, that was terrible too. Well, that wasn't
I
even
think that
a
was
statue.
what's called, wasn't it? Old buddy that we got rid of. What's his name?
Right,
Didn't know nothing about us. We
Jason
made him
Wright,
president.
something like that. I don't know. Was that his?
What's the president name? Can't think of his name.
Is it Jason
See his
Wright?
face.
Is it
Who?
right?
Yeah,
Jason Wright.
Jason Wright.
Okay, I was.
Jason Wright. Didn't know
But
nothing about
fun
his
fact
team.
though, ain't he like the first black African American guy?
He
Something
sure
like that,
was. Yeah, they had that
was.
president job. Yeah.
Yeah.
And was clueless.
Yeah. Well, look who hired him.
It was
Yeah, true. Still was clueless.
But man, Miss Asia, I would say thank you once again for taking the time and joining us this evening. It truly means a lot.
It does.
Oh,
man. It was
thank you
fantastic
for
having
having
you
me. I
on.
had fun. It was nice linking up with you guys and finally meeting you guys. Like I said, I've been watching, catching up, introducing myself to the channel, and I really, yeah, you guys are funny. I enjoy the banter.
Thank you. And knowing you right here over here in North
Yeah, North
Carolina is
Carolina,
fantastic. I know what it
Yeah.
gets. I thought you was in DC the whole time
DMV
too.
here.
No, I was listening to you guys and I was like, where are these accents coming from?
Oh, we
I
kinda
said they
wow,
can't
yeah.
be DC.
Yeah, I know my accent all jacked up being from Louisiana too, so it's kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, wow, I was like, so when you guys said you guys weren't in the DC, I said, yeah, it tracks.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was so awesome, Asia. Like I said, everybody, Asia analysis, her stream is also located inside the description of this show right here. If you haven't subscribed to her channel, go and subscribe now. I don't know what
Yes.
you're waiting on.
Go subscribe.
Hey,
I don't know what you're waiting
And
on.
Rob, you got to go
very-
watch it too, man. That's a lecture. You can get to learn a little bit.
Yeah, you can
Hey,
learn.
look,
You can learn
I
something.
enjoy it. She's knowledgeable. I believe she's a good, fresh air of you guys. Like,
Fresh
I
air
just
of
throw
you
stuff
guys.
out there.
And you know what? That's the best. That's the best thing you said all day, Rob. I would agree with you.
Yeah. Fresh air for that nonsense y'all throw out.
I agree with you. But and
Yeah,
you know
I
what,
appreciate
Rob?
her, child.
Likewise, too,
I'm
my
glad-
brother.
Likewise.
Likewise.
I'm glad she's in here.
Likewise. Thank you so much, Asia. We definitely appreciate you too.
Yeah, thank you. Please go
Thank
subscribe to her
you.
channel.
Yes.
Yeah, please
Thanks
go
for
subscribe.
everyone for joining in.
Oh, yeah. But thank y'all for watching this episode of Under Command Podcast. I'm your host, Kendrick, bro. And this is my two main guys, DJ Mike B and Rod the Great White. Once again, Asia, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It means a lot, truly.
Anytime.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you, Asia.
Yeah, go Commanders.
Check it, yeah. Mic check for the fam. Turning up the signal from the master plan. Might be on the levels with the steady hand. We appreciate you tuning in. Real talk from the beginning to the end. Rob holds the way. Kendrick bringing truth to the play. Building something legendary, something great. Under Command Podcast. Live through the screen. Under Command Podcast, best you ever seen. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share. Subscribe to the vision because we stay right there. Appreciate the support, appreciate the love, appreciate the real ones watching from above. Every Thursday night, every Sunday night, 7:30 till late, we shining bright. Show love, yeah. Sundays and Thursdays we setting the pace. Different bracket, different space. Kendrick, Mike B, Rob, keeping it true. Doing it for us, doing it for you. Catch the stream, watch the dream, join the team. Hope you felt the energy in every single word. Making sure the quiet voices finally get heard. Under Command Podcast, live through the screen. Under Command Podcast, best you ever seen. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share. Subscribe to the vision because we stay right there. Appreciate the support, appreciate the love, appreciate the real ones watching from above. Every Thursday night, every Sunday night, 7:30 till late, we shining bright. Under command, under command. Thank you for the night, see you on the next one. Keep it locked in, spread the word far, spread the word wide. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share. Subscribe to the vision because we stay right there. Appreciate the support, appreciate the love, appreciate the real ones watching from above. Every Thursday night, every Sunday night, 7:30 till late, we shining